How's it going, everyone? Staratur and MrMizzow are back with another race fiesta. Nothing new there. Nothing to see. We are playing some Kingdom Hearts 2 Rando. We are going to be extremely locked into our screens because we're trying to not discern too much information from the other. Try and keep things as fair as possible. I think MrMizzow on his POV is currently aura farming me when I'm on the title screen and he's in front of Sephiroth.
I just wanted to look at a handsome gentleman that good people at home can donate for.
Turn left. Sephiroth is.
Oh.
Going to oh well, this is a perfect setup. We have Sephiroth open as a target incentive for us to go kill Sephiroth at the end of the run, and I think that we've gentlemen's that normally in a rando run, time is called when the final boss dies. But I think in this case, if you're happy to, we'll call time after we kill the final boss and then go kill Sephiroth.
If it gets met, I'm happy to do that.
If Sephiroth gets met, we're happy to do that. We also have a poll open. We have hand-selected 2 cutscenes that we can watch after the end of the run. We're going to be making some saves just before them.
Now,
so
the names might have spoiled what they are.
Yes.
So, no Disney characters were harmed in the making of this poll. However, just to be clear, the anime fight is the post-Roxas cutscene. And anybody that knows the game will probably get their tissues ready.
Yes. So we are going to be making saves before the Demix boss fight in Hollow Bastion and before the Roxas boss fight in the world that never was. And then at the end of the run, I think we'll run back those boss fights as quickly as possible and then show the cutscene of either Goofy dying or Sora and Roxas in the 1v1 of all 1v1s.
So start just before we get started and we no longer get to hear each other for 2 hours, God bless. Is there anything else we want to gentlemen's?
No dome skip. We
No
are
dome skip.
we are 1v1ing the laser dome.
Is that because you're bad at it?
No, I'm insane. Well, we then just get to play the actual dome.
Where's the other one?
No dome skip and no Roxas fight cheese. Yes, we're gonna get started. Bro, can you? I legitimately don't know the soft reset bind.
You can tell what generation he is. It's the same as a PS2.
I legitimately don't know the soft reset bind.
Shoulders plus start.
Right. New game, crit.
Hey, good luck.
Good luck. We press begin with these settings. Are you ready on time? Are you ready on time? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Cut our audio, boys. It's time to lock in. I'm gonna symbol to Miz that I'm gonna do a quick explanation on the goings on. We're playing KH2, but we're not playing regular KH2. If you've seen KH2 before, you'll realise that we are in the secret endgame secret boss room. I'm now magically in the world that never was. We are playing a mod called Garden of Assemblage that changes the room with the 13 data fights into portals to all of the worlds, and clearly everything is randomized considering I just got the Hades Cup trophy at Boo's house. Doesn't normally belong there. I'm going to go get a couple things to power up and then go into some fights. I'm aware of what Mizzow's patterns usually are, so I imagine that he's probably deep into some menus and then going into a world. I'm going to collect some early things. I think MrMizzow will have some fights coming up, so he can commentate with the coming worlds.
Yeah, so Star and I notoriously pick our openers depending on the kit we actually start with. In this, we're actually on the critical mode, which is damage is doubled and your HP is halved, but it also generously gives us 7 starting checks. And interestingly, we've actually started with a magic, which isn't the rarest thing, but sometimes you just sit there with cure and you're like, oh thanks, I would rather have just had nothing. But we actually have started with magnet here, which is more than likely, just because we play this game a lot, I'm pretty sure Star's going to go a significantly different opening than I am. I do like the classic Disney Castle just because it gets you a couple of early levels, you've got all your movement abilities to do it, and also if I just get Minnie out of the way, it means I don't need to dread coming to listen to her later on in the game.
Quick little minigame in Space Paranoids. I need to find this red box. I need to follow it once it disappears and break it. I'm doing some openers to some worlds because there's some free chests to get something to power me up before I go into any combat. I'm going to do like a quick world tour basically of just entry rooms, but I'm not actually allowed to leave Space Paranoids until I do that RP. Otherwise it'll be like, oh, we have a magnet. Oh, that's very good for me. That's going to make a... Don't get out of the way. That's going to make a fight that I plan on doing basically first significantly easier. Pop into Port Royal, collect 3 jets. Here we get. Oh, Mizzow wants to speak. Can you go, Mizzow?
Right, so every speedrunner under the planet is probably cringing in their chairs watching what I just did in this hallway, because usually what you do is, in an actual speedrun, is you put Minnie up against the wall and then just push her all the way to the door. However, just the fact that we have Magnet and starting with Finishing Leap, it's the freest early game experience. Because what you can do is, Magnet has this really nice property where it pulls all of the mobs in, hence Magnet, but if you can knock them out of Magnet, it will immediately pull them back in and do its damage again. So when I call Minnie, she'll go a certain distance and then stop and then try to be useful. I'd rather she just ran, but she'll try to be useful, and she has this kind of unique little magic ability called Power, where she sends out a little orb that has like the tiniest amount of knockback. So when she just hurls into my Magnet, it just pushes all of the mobs out and they all fly straight back into it and take extra damage, which is just nice in the early game for a little bit of experience, because the battle level of Disney Castle is like -55. This room, however, if you get experience in this room, it's just luck, because these bolt towers, if they come close enough to you multiple times, Minnie will just kill them. Oh, that's a nice ability to get early. But we just need to get Minnie to the end of this corridor, and oh, thank God, I never have to deal with this damn mouse again.
Hey boys, how about time for a few donations?
Sounds good to me.
Nice one. We have $25 from Definitely Not Goofy, who says, "Gosh, thanks, pal." We also have $10 from Delty the Techie. "Love seeing a KH2, Rando. Good luck and have fun, Mizzow and Star."
Thank you, Delta. Happy to see you around in ESA chat.
Happy to see you at UKSG.
Yeah.
And both of those have voted for the Goofy Dies option in the cutscene showcase. Don't forget that you can select what you want to see. Do you want to see an anime fight or Goofy Die?
Also remember that when you get your donations in, to put it towards both your choice in the poll and whether or not we're going to be fighting Sephiroth, right? You can put towards a poll and a target, and with a large enough donation you can even get your redeems and get some event shirts. I'm in a fight. These guys one-shot me. Get me the hell away. And I now have an invincibility button again because I have MP. Jack is very broken. This ability like sucks the mobs in and then we spin. I didn't really get a good first one, but this fight is just do 2 of these. Did I troll? Please don't die. Okay. Thankfully Jack Skellington is OP. I'm going to be grabbing some final chests here and then leaving. I'm very scared of combat at this point in time. I'm doing some higher level worlds at the start just because there are some fast checks. Let's see if Mizzow has anything.
Right, I see I've been flagged. I guess that means that he is finished talking. God bless. So I'm actually just in here for these couple of checks. Continuing through this world would actually just put me in a boss fight that I'm just significantly ill-prepared for. So we're just going to grab all of these little chests, and then I am out of here. See you later. Actually, legitimately, this world is way too short because it is actually one of my favourite in the whole game just because of the style and the music and everything. So it is a shame that we do need to leave it so early. And then I'm going to nip over here. Nope, not that one. Don't want to be lying yet. And then we're going to go to Agrabah to see everybody's favourite Robin Williams character.
Okay, I've been flagged down, which is very good because I have had a lot of power increases in the last 2 worlds. I got an upgrade to my Magnet. So I now have Magneta. And I got, I think, inarguably the best power-up we can get in the game, which is we have access to Final Form now. Oh, and Second Chance. Final Form is a transformation that gives us a bunch of new combos and flight and incredibly powerful magic. Second Chance stops us from being one-shot, which, considering we have access to very high-level worlds right now, despite being like level 5, is incredibly important. Now that I think about it, notably, I haven't even done a menu yet. I'm going to equip Second Chance before I do my Pride Lance fight. I'm actually going to go into Disney Castle, but I'm not going to push many. That takes forever. I don't think Disney Castle is going to be high value to push because we are playing a variation of the seed. I should explain how the seed works. We are looking to kill the final boss Semnus, but we do not unlock the final boss Semnus until we get the 3 proofs: the proof of connection, the proof of non-existence, and the proof of peace. These are normally on. These are normally found by like effectively like completing achievement-esque tasks in the game. One by finishing the 13 mushrooms minigame. One by killing the secret boss Terra. So that's proof of peace and then proof of connection. And then the proof of non-existence by doing the 13 data organization fights. We aren't going to be doing any of those. Those are just going to be scattered around, but they are set to not be available on the first visits of worlds. So we just got like final form and like, yeah, we just got Thunder. The proof couldn't be where that Thunder was. I'm going to leave. I don't like the mini. He's very slow. I'm going to do a menu. And then we're going to take some fights. I'm also going to check what the Mizzow's got here. So hopefully Mizzow has something to say.
Right, we're back in. So, oh, hello, don't do that, please. So, because we're so low level and you do have access to every single world at the start, how far you can go in it is probably down to your own skill and skill level and just what kind of tools you have. So I'm just going to rush it down into Agrabah here. You probably saw in that first room that there was no mob spawning. As soon as you join into the world, it puts you into a little mob encounter. And there's actually several of these in the game where you won't be game over. What happened to my audio? Oh, it's fine. I'm going to reset this room. The audio lowered very dramatically for a split second. It put me off. So I'm going to go back for this chest here. I swear the warrant will stop soon. I apologise. But yeah, so I'm actually just going into the next room. See you later. Bye-bye. So there's this little mini game here where you actually have to like escort a boo. It prides itself in trying to be difficult, but it's actually the most easiest thing in the planet. All you need to do is quite genuinely just tiptoe forward and nothing will hit you. Like, you actually just swag walk down this corridor and you're absolutely safe. So the fact that we're low HP is absolutely meaningless. But as soon as we get through here, I'm hoping I get something useful here because we're immediately going to dip out and go to another world. Going. But yeah, there's several fights in the game where... a boo. A boo. A boo. Thank you. Jeez, monkeys. There's several fights in the game where if you lose to them, the game will just continue. Usually it's notoriously like the first fights of worlds and stuff, and then it's just objectively faster to just lose them. So the fact that we get to walk into that fight and the fact that earlier on I set Donald and Goofy's AI to just not do anything, the mobs won't like get staggered or flinched or anything, and then they can just hit me and we can immediately progress forward. So now we're a lion. This is both good and bad because you're very, very fast, but also you have like none of your abilities. So we're going to take on these two things, which are designed for you to be like level like high 30s or something, and we're like level 10. Woo! See you later. Many a rando player, whoops, will actually come here first because Lion Sora just has all of his unique abilities off the bat. They come here and just grab all of these free checks, but this opener fight is not one that you can actually lose to. You do actually need to beat it, and it is extremely dangerous. When you're at this level, these mobs just one-shot you. But the fact that we have Magnet, we can just control them and absolutely get through. So I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes just running around the Pride Lands, grabbing all of these chests, and I'm going to try and signal to start in a second if he wants to say anything.
Oh, hello, we're talking again. That first fight in Pride Lands is extremely difficult. There's like a very specific movement you can do to set the mobs up for a reaction command. Oh, money pouch is very important. Got a couple of good things here. You can do that at level 1 with a reaction command, but even with second chance, which avoids me from getting one-shot, those guys will one-shot me because they do like a combo. Thankfully Magnet, and because I've upgraded it from where I've been, I don't think Mizzow will have, but I don't remember where Magnet was. Magneta made that a lot easier because I could crowd control them and then combo one of them. Feeling pretty kitted out here, so I'm looking to gets a bit deeper into Worlds, I've got some equipment that I do need to check, but I will be leaving. There's a funny little AI manipulation. This guy likes to mess up your day. If you just bonk him, he sits for a little bit. You get to open that chest. You don't just, you know, give him a little bluff tap. He just annihilates you, murders you. I went the wrong way. I need to go here. Hello, Simba, where are you? I'm going to leave here and then I'm going to figure out which world I'm going to. Let me talk to Simba first and get 2 chests. Maybe Mezzo's got something, although I'm not sure what he is.
Thanks. People will probably notice that I went through that room a little bit weird. That's not because of, like, that's not optimal. I'm just bad and I missed the chest. When you're Lion Sword, you have this dash ability, which is actually making me go really fast, but it basically turns you into Fast and Furious 3 Tokyo Drift, and your movement is like, you don't get to snappy turn or stuff, and also when you stop moving, you need to like slide out of it. So you need to like time your movement and position. Oh, and yeah. So the fact that I came up against the side of the chest where you can't open it there, just got me killed. Whereas what you would usually do is this, and hopefully it doesn't happen a second time. Come up from the front, and yoink. That's not meant to happen. Don't worry about it. Never happened before. But anyway, I have Magnet, so now we're just going to do it the cheap and slow way. Hello, sir. You get in the air. Thank you. Bye-bye. The Pride Lands has this... It's a wonderful world for checks because you basically get, like, everything in this first visit. Like, this is quite genuinely the last room. You have seen everything apart from the boss room, which doesn't have any checks in it. So we're going to run up here, grab this chest. We're going to talk to Simba. He's an absolute legend. Shoutouts to KH1 runners. You all know what I'm talking about. Ooh. That's actually a very handy item. So the Olympus Stone is actually from the Olympus Coliseum, or also better known as the movie Hercules. And this is a key item in the game that allows you access to your drive meter in Olympus Coliseum. So if we go there, in fact, I'll just show it right now. So if we go into Olympus, in the actual game, what happens is you come here and you're in the underworld and you're like kind of in Hades' home turf. So your drive bar is actually meant to be like completely chained up and unusable. When you actually play the game, you only have like one thing to use this for, and that's like Valor Form anyway, so it's not like the biggest deal. But because we have the Olympus Stone, if we had usable drives or summons and had good places to use them, we would be able to just go into them right now.
Hey Mizzow, while you're flying through this tunnel here, how about a little donation?
Oh, fire in. You're in control.
I can hear you too, Toasty Stop.
Lovely, lovely. So we got $46 from Unico Yokai, who says, good luck and have fun, but they've also redeemed a lovely ESA Summer 2025 event t-shirt as a reward, so do not forget.
I happen to know exactly who that is, and I can... They're actually in the pink right behind me. So
amazing!
Give her a wave, chat.
Enjoy your t-shirt, and yes, do not forget that you can put your donation towards not just polls and targets, but you can also claim yourself a lovely little merch reward.
All good, Toasty. Thank you everyone at home. Very much looking forward to if we can get Sephiroth or... oh, 2 seconds, let me just get hit and die. Very much looking forward to fighting Sephiroth and watching some cutscenes later. I'm going into Beast Castle. In the previous World Hollow Bastion, I did the first visit of it. I got Fire, which is a very important spell, especially with me having Final Form. I wonder if Mizzow's got that yet. That's extremely ironic. I've just got a Steam notification that Sephiroth is playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. That is obscenely coincidental. Ooh, I have Magneta. I'm feeling kitted out. I'm very happy with the person who looked over the seat for us. They've done me some favors. Gonna explore this world. It's some good early checks. It's some early boss fights. I got Valor Form in Hollow Bastion. Valor Form and all other forms can be leveled up, but the amount that you can level up increases 1 time for every form you get. So I'm probably gonna look to level Valor Form up in the next boss fight. That Fire is going to be very good for some fights later down the line where we're going to abuse Final Form with it. See if Mizzow has anything.
Thanks, Star. I'm sure whatever you said was extremely insightful. So, to anybody that doesn't know Randomizer, you start essentially... The room that we keep going back to, the kind of hub world, is actually where you fight the the organizational super bosses. later on in the game. But it's nice because you can just have all these doors go to like all the separate worlds. It worked out really, really nice. Shout out to the developers of the Randomizer. They've actually tidied this game up really, really well, and it's extremely stable and won't crash, I swear. So what we're doing is now, just because we're kind of under-leveled and things like that, we're just going round all of these worlds and just picking up all of these little chests. So I'm in Space Paranoids right now, which some of the older people in the crew will probably know is Tron. That's not a call-out, I swear. And you can get like 6 little easy checks here, and where am I going? I've put myself off. There we go. Okay, we're going to go over here.
Going into boss fight here. This boss is about to attack us very quickly. Let's run in. Moon is day. Valor form is not the fastest way that I have to kill this fight, but this guy likes to punch some hits. Oh, and I'm happy that I went for this now. Although I may leave and re-enter just to get a full heal. Actually, Goofy healed me there, so I'm very happy with that. I picked Valor form here just to get the form leveled up. I got a fire off of it. I got an ether. I don't particularly care about the ether, but the fire is huge. Getting some very strong magic here. Oh, MrMizzow wants to speak. Let's see what you've got, MrMizzow.
Oh, thanks, Star. Yeah, so when we come into Halloween Town here, that's another one of those fights where we intentionally can just lose it and carry on. As soon as you enter this world, you pick up Jack in the party, and immediately what I'll do is I'll go into our customized menu and put him on Sora attack, which basically just stops him from doing anything. Like, he's just kind of a bystander in the fight, because Jack is extremely powerful both in his like actual kit and his limit, which we're actually going to be using in the next fight. But if you go into that fight and Jack is just like, oh, I'm going to do whatever I want, he will just ruin your day, because he'll just hit all of the mobs like forever, and you'll never be able to get them to hit you. And that fight can be extremely long. It spawns like 12 mobs. Just on repeat, and Jack will just like run around and knock them into the air and stuff. And now we're actually going to do Dance Call, which has also this kind of pull and gravity effect. So we get 2 commands here. We get downbeat and synchronization. We're always going to do synchronization. It just does so much more damage. And then I'm hoping to cheese this. Okay, we've got this one, and we're going to go for the finisher. But we're not out of the woods yet. There's 2 of these mobs on the field, and I'm going to quickly try and run around and get all of these chests while my MP restores and do a second Dance Call. We left the ether on Jack because he's just like, oh no, Sora's out of MP, I will throw him just everything, and it's great. And then we get to do Dance Call again. It's pulled one of them in. Where's the other one? Hello, Sir, please come over here. Nino. And then we're just going to abuse this, make sure he gets pulled in every time to maximize our damage, and that fight's over. These mobs will just, they're like jack-in-the-boxes, they'll just pop up and shoot you with a gun, and that's bad. So we're just going to quickly go in here, grab 2 more chests, progress the world just to prep it for later on. Halloween Town is extremely useful. It's, ooh, Magneta, that's really, really good. So every time we find magic in chests, our magic has like 3 stages. You've got the base version, you've got the Rav version, which is the mid tier, and you've got the Gav version, which is the final tier. Having Magnet early arguably is probably the best out of all of them. A close second to maybe like Blizzard, just so that you have a ranged attack. But we're actually going to leave here for now. So we've prepped that room there. Every time I go in and out of that room at the top of the snowy hill, it will pull my characters out of my party. So if I'm in a drive form, it will completely pull me out of it and reset my drive gauge, which is, okay, this is actually coincidental. I'm literally about to talk about the thing that I just got final form. So you can get final form multiple ways. You can either just find it, which I did, which is going to make this next conversation hilarious, or what you can do is, I'm going to go this way. What you can do is you can get an ability called Light and Darkness, which is traditionally on the 2 become 1 keyblade that you get from Roxas, which if you have it equipped and try and use a drive form, it will just force you into anti-form. But at the same time, there's like a chance every time you do that, and every time you hit anti-form, that chance increases, that it will put you into final form instead. It's kind of a cheeky second way that we can get access to final form, because once you achieve that, it just puts final form, like, you just have it essentially, and you can go into it manually. But we will not need to do that because we just found final. So I also got second chance there, which is really, really good, because we started with once more, and now we have this other ability called second chance. These are our kind of cheat death abilities. Once more stops you from being like comboed to death. It will just set your HP at 1 as long as the mobs are continuing to hit you. But second chance is the opposite, where it will prevent you from taking massive damage. And I'm going to pass it back to Star there.
Lovely. I have a boss fight coming up, so I'm going to quickly do a menu, see if I've got anything new. I'll take a finishing plus 6/8 Keyblade. Anything better on here? An item boost 9/6. I'm going to put some armor on as well.
While you're doing that, Star, I'm going to throw in a $25 donation. It's from Mr. Riodo, who says, "Let's go, Star and Miz. Can't work out who to root for, so go Toast." I really appreciate that.
Root for charity.
Yeah. I will be running this randomizer. They've put their donation toward the target for the Sephiroth fight for this run, but do not forget we now have some new rewards open, so you can donate towards file names for Psychonauts and Ocarina of Time.
I actually missed my menu up there and then went into combat. I want some drive, so I've left the room. I'm going to go into a back-to-back boss fight here. I'm going to kill the boss fight, the first boss fight, which is very RP heavy. The boss likes to run away a lot. I'm going to kill with the Beast's Limit, just keen to lock him into not taking any more actions, and then I'm gonna mess up that second boss with fighting for him. Let's see if Mizzow's got anything. I don't think Mizzow does have anything.
I'm not sure if he's talking. He's not. Toasty, can you ask him if I can talk? Okay, thank you. So like, we're just hand signaling each other to try and respond, but if I don't get a response, ooh, that's really good. So now that we have 2 forms, so your forms level up from level 1 to level 7. When we start with them, they are level 1. If you have 1 form, you can only level it up to level 3, and you need every other you need more of your forms. So you have Wisdom, Master, Limit, and Final. So we have Valor and Final right now, which means we can max level them up to level 4. And there are checks. Our proofs and items and equipment and fantastic abilities and magic can all be on forms. So finding them and then getting them leveled up early is extremely important. I'm actually very happy to see that we've got 2 of them. So welcome to Bailey, Speedrunner's Bane. However, we're not speedrunning in the same way that they would. We have fantastic OP magic abilities that every speedrunner would love to have at this point. So I'm just going to go and gather these mobs up and do a ton of damage and get world record for Bailey any percent apparently.
Okay, I think I'm good to go. I came into that fight with a plan, and then I misclicked like a dog and made that significantly slower. But we got there in the end. A nice finishing plus from that boss. It's a good ability to have. I don't know when I got once more. I guess it must have been on level up because I didn't see in a chest. What is my plan? I have final form. I'm going to go to Twilight Town. We can level final form by killing nobodies, and there's a bunch of nobodies at Twilight Town. There's a lot of checks, a lot of treasure chests for us to open, so hopefully this will get me some tools. I might push this a bit deeper as well because it's gives a lot of experience, and that means that we'll be higher level going into future fights, so make them faster. It might not be the fastest thing that we can do right now, but I think it's going to make it better in the long run. Let's see if Mizzow's got anything.
Right, hello. It's just dawned on me. I hope that we're not just constantly repeating ourselves, but unfortunately that's just the nature of not trying to give each other information. Thanks, I'm trying.
Let's let them take. Toasty, over to you.
Nice one. That is a $150 donation. Thank you so much for that, Anonymous. They haven't given a message, but they have claimed some lovely rewards, including a Drippy Goosebird shirt and a ESA Summer 2025 pullover.
I'm always so impressed with the amount of money that Anonymous throws at this event every single time. So I think I still have the floor here. Yeah, so I'm actually... Ooh, Thunder's actually really, really good, which means we now have Magnera and Thundara. Fantastic combination when you can just gather all of the mobs in and then Thunder them, so I'm hoping to make some use of that. I've not done a menu in a while. I think we're going to start to slow down here and start committing to worlds. This is kind of like... I've got enough tools that I can probably go to several places, but I'm still trying to consider some of those early game options before I get too powerful. We have Final Form and Fire, which is making Twilight Town very, very appealing, but we would probably just stay there and finish it all the way to the end because that's just how fantastic Final Form is there. But I actually think I'm probably going to come out of here.
And I need to throw something else in there, actually, because Anonymous pushed us over, and we met the Sephiroth fight donation.
Already?
Oh. Yes.
I can't look at the screen or I'm cheating. Toasty, can you tell me how far we are into this run?
As in time?
Yes.
26
Oh,
minutes.
26 minutes, I just saw it on my screen. That's amazing
26
that we've met that already. Can I get the rundown on what the cutscene is then? Over on the poll.
Cutscene so far. Let me have a look. Cutscene so far, Goofy Guys is leading.
That's what we'll have to see. Got any numbers for me?
Well, it's $322
Oh,
to a
$5. So there's still time to get the anime fights if you make a $318
A wild
donation.
roll has appeared on the
now.
speakers.
hello, Robosparkle.
But I mean, if we got the Sephiroth fight in 26 minutes, anything can happen.
Right, so very quickly, I went into that fight there. That's actually a fight that you can intentionally lose, but Shadows are terrible at dealing damage. So I used the opportunity to pop into Valor form, which the level up gimmick for Valor is just number of hits. And unfortunately, that doesn't just mean Keyblade swings. It means like, so we have like a 3-part combo, and every time you do a part of that combo, that counts as like 1 EXP towards it. And oh my goodness, I've Magnega or however people want to say it. I just like busted butt. This is incredible speed. Having Magnet this powerful this early opens up so much because we have fantastic crowd control wherever we go and significantly reduces the risk factor. That was the ukulele charm. So there's 4 summons in this game. You have Stitch, you have Genie, Peter Pan, and the chicken of small variety. I don't know what his name is. But having Stitch is really, really good. He just pops up as a little character on your screen that can't be damaged or anything, and will just, I kid you not, shoot his gun to deflect ranged attacks and lick you to restore your MP. Don't ask me why that happens. He's a galactic fused alien thing. I swear I've seen Lilo and Stitch. So just, it works, okay? Just don't question it.
Well, hello, I can talk now. Yet again, I've made a menuing mistake. I planned on having some drive available for this fight. Until I got into combat. But I forgot about the fact that you get given a menu after the Hades fight. I could have pressed a little drive there. A little drive recovery. Quick ether, try not to die. Magnega is going to be carrying this run. This seed is looking to be fun. I'm worried now because we're so powerful. There has to be something later on that's off. Find out soon though. I'm pushing pretty deep into Olympus Coliseum. I think I'm gonna go all the way until Hydra. Please get this RC. I'm not going to do Hydra, but there's a lot of chests in OC, and I'm expecting that MrMizzow doesn't push it. So if I get something valuable from here, that gives me a big advantage.
I guess that's Star passing it back over to me. So I'm about to go into a funny little fight here against a door, which you would think would be advantageous for me, but he's very strong. So I'm going to pop into final form here and see if I can quick kill him. It's essentially a DPS race. Kill him before he kills me. I'm just going to jump and dodge this. And Magnet to control all the mobs in the room. And then, come here, you. Get all of these drive orbs in. This really nice property about Magnet is that it counts as a combo finisher and will put you immediately to the end of wherever you are in your combo, which means if you have the finishing plus ability, which we do, it will immediately skip us. We can Magnet, and then as long as we have every finishing plus that we have available, will allow us to just do very high-powered finishers. Ooh, I think I'm going to get the save point in time. Oh, come on. Shush, don't talk to the clock. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so every time we are in a form and we exit to the garden, it will just completely restore our drive. So it's probably optimal here just in case I want to use drive later on for the boss fight to get that nice and restored. We have 7 drive gauges right now. The game always starts you with 5. In the actual game, you start with 3, but final form actually costs 5 gauges. So you start with 5 in rando, and I've picked up 2 along the way. So I could do like two Valor forms back to back. I could do a Valor and a summon, 2 summons. But right now, final form will basically completely consume my bar, and I'm gonna have to work it back up. Lovingly, in Rando, you get tons of these items called drive recoveries. So we really shouldn't run into an issue, but just to save the menu. Also, we're escorting a candle and a teapot. If you've never seen Beauty and the Beast, don't worry about it. This is fun, I swear. These characters are lovely. But somehow they're hopping upstairs that I think even the average person would struggle with. So again, don't question it.
Looks like I can yap. I can hear just like a little bit of Miz in the background. I can't understand the word he's saying, but I know that he's nerding out. It gives me a good idea of when I can yap. A terrible fight for me. The fight went so wrong for me that I actually forgot how to even recover it because it's never been that bad. There's certain fights where if you die on them, Mickey will come and save you. And you get to like res Sora. But Cerberus ran far away from me and then started shooting fireballs at me that kept on interrupting my casting. I've just never seen that happen because who dies to Cerberus? Jesus. I get to play a couple minigames here. I get to go tell Hercules, oh hi Hercules, I'm your best friend. Don't worry about everything. You're a very strong man and yet you're like worried about what's going to happen. I'm gonna go pick up some chests on the other side of Olympus. Oh look, Phil's gonna do what Goofy's doing later, I guess. And then I've got 2 fights coming up and I'll be disappearing out of here. Not too much I'm wildly excited about so far in Olympus, so hopefully something around here. Speaking ye shall receive. Torn pages. I hope Mizzow hasn't explained torn pages already, otherwise you might get this lore twice. But hopefully that just means that people at home understand what's going on. Winnie the Pooh has a world, and he is in a book. You need to repair his book with the torn pages of the book. Each page you get unlocks a new area in Winnie's world, of which there are treasure chests and fun activities to complete before you can go to the next area. 5 as I would like to talk.
Okay, right, I've been flagged down, that's great. So, welcome to this boss. He's really annoying and will just run around and put himself into objects. You need to like, keep breaking him out, and he'll just fly around the map. So, this first boss is just a pain that we just need to get through. I'm hoping, come on, yes, okay, thank you. Thunder is so powerful for this boss early on. But this is a 2-part fight. We're now immediately going to go into the next fight, which Beast has arguably one of the best limits in the game when in terms of like what he can do in his world. So I'm going to try and go for a quick kill here and shut up for a second. Never mind, this is going awful. Okay, there's what I wanted, thank you. Maybe I can still show it off a little bit.
I don't hear a little bit of background Mizzow yapping. Hope I'm not speaking over him. That fight was going pretty okay until the end. Oh, I've been flagged down. That's helpful. Fight was going pretty okay until the end, in which I trolled a little, lost some time. I think I've got enough things that it's probably worth doing a menu. What do I have in my Keyblades? Reaction boost 9-4. That makes me kind of want to push the end of Beast Castle a little earlier. Oh, I have a full blown plus from earlier. I have a money pouch, so I'm going to equip eaters on all of my friends. I very much mismenued there. And then I'm going to buy like 40 eaters. I think there's a wiggle here if I remember correctly. Oh, I should check staffs. We have Flare Force, that's incredibly powerful. I don't know where I got that staff from. I do not have a wiggle here. Let's hop into a boss fight. Hercules is going to be helping me out a little bit. Let's see if Mizzow's got anything.
Oh, thanks, that's maybe flagged down there. So in that previous fight, this is again just the raw strength of having Magnet and Thunder as a combo. Because now we just get to obliterate these mob fights, pull everything in, and all magic is like, apart from the fact that it's going off of your actual magic stat, just the level of magic does have its kind of own power. And because Magnet counts as a finisher, we can actually use it to get around these 4 chests. Like, please go away, cannons. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Right, so you would need to use a finisher on these to break into them, but we can just magnet them and then we're fine. I'm just going to grab these chests. Don't know how far we're going to go in this world. I'm actually going to double check my menu in a bit. Go away, Jack. So perfect. Let's kind of have a wee gander of what we have here. Oh, Blizzard boost. Nice. I hope we picked up Blizzard somewhere. 2 finishing pluses. Fantastic. What we got? Oh, we do have Blizzard. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to make good use of that. We're probably going to stay here for a little bit. Anything useful here? Oh, nice. Ultimate weapon. 0. Okay, never mind. You're fired. Let's see. Another finishing plus. And I think we'll just keep this on here. Having item boost is really, really good if you are taking your MP into MP charge. I'm actually just going to put more ethers on here because I feel pretty safe so far. What we got here? Nah, I don't want a defense boost on yet. Well, we have this nice balancing game of wanting some defense so we don't get one shot off of silly things, but not having too much defense, because there's later on points in the game where we'll actually want our HP to be low to abuse an ability called experience boost, which quite literally just doubles your experience if you are at half or less HP. So a nice thing about the Pirates of the Caribbean, well, apart from the constant cutting in and out of one of the best tracks that Disney's ever created, is every time you want to move around the map on the ship, it'll force you into a mob encounter. But what you can do is you can just run to your bed, and they'll all just be like, oh no, that's fine, he's sleepy, we don't want to fight anymore. And then you can just come in and out that door and completely skip the mob counter. I've actually, oh, there they are. It's a bit difficult to skip spawning these mobs. That's the funniest place I think I've ever seen a Blizzard. This upcoming fight is a timed encounter where you just need to survive, and the gimmick of these pirates is that if they're not in the moonlight, you can't hit them. But all I'm trying to do here is just bait them out, get a little bit of experience here. So I just kind of need to wait for them. But having Blizzard here, just be able to range multiple of them down, is extremely powerful. So the fact that there's a Blizzard right there, if you didn't already have one, is actually kind of hysterical. Skip forward and bait them in, and bye-bye. Yeah, so these mobs also have ranged attacks, and if they do shoot you, it's probably not gonna, it's not gonna be like much danger, but the amount of times they can just like chain flinch you can be a little annoying. So as long as we're quick running around and dodging all of their attacks, we're just basically sat here for a minute trying to gain as much experience as possible. I would say it's also like good for a money farm, but we've actually had both of our money pouches, which give us 5k money each. So at some point I'm probably going to go hit up on Muggle and completely drain him of his ether supply, and then throw them like sugary sweets constantly, and just not ever worry about having MP issues ever again.
Oh, we're good. I have no idea where I went. At some point I left Twilight Town 1 for some reason. I guess I was doing some commentary, my brain lagged. I have no idea why I didn't finish Twilight Town 1. That was incredibly stupid of me. I wanted to come Twilight Town 2 and I just forgot that I hadn't went to Yensid's tower. Don't read Yensid's name backwards, by the way. There's nothing in there. I've got some chests to pick up. There's a little tram comment here that I'm going to go around picking up some chests. There's also an area that we kind of skipped through earlier, like we just cutscene straight through it, so we didn't get the opportunity to pick up the chests. It's not really in order. It's that little hole in the wall there. It goes into a forest. It's not really in order here. There's no reason for you to go that direction. We're actually going down there to that little arch where there's a fight that I need to do. But if I come to a later visit of this world, some snipers come in here. So if there's anything good in these chests, I'm gonna want to get them just now because it can be difficult to pick them up later. Let's hope for something good. What do I even want at this point? Reflect is what I want. Okay, potion, ether, we're dead so far. Shouldn't have even acknowledged the fact that it existed. Items are... Because we're playing the randomizer and there's certain things that are turned off, like we've turned synth materials off, we're gonna get just like flooded with items I don't particularly care about. Even mega elixirs I feel like I'm going to have enough of. This run is now Magnega Simulator. So I'm going to press Magnega a bunch, and then I'm going to go into Final Form because it's stronger and it refreshes my mana, my MP, and then I'm going to press Magnega because I'm incredibly creative with my strategies. This looks like it's going to be a very, very magic heavy scene. Port Boil is looking appealing to me at current pace. Get a decent amount of experience there as well. There's a lot of check density in the chests. It's just that there's like some whole RP things that are annoying. Port Boil is also appealing to me to push because... Oh, Port Boil is this way. Port Boil is also appealing to me to push because the proofs that we need to unlock the final boss can only be found in the second visits, and there's a lot more treasure chests in Port Royal 2 than there are on other second visits. So for example, in Pride Lands, like we've already been to every area. So there's not really more chests, there's only like, just like maybe a couple of things that you'll get from a boss fight, so it's not really efficient to return. What am I doing? I thought that I had Blizzard Found there. So I'm gonna, oh, Mizzow's got something to say. I'm not talking about anything too interesting, there we go.
Hi team, so pirates are bad against magic. So we have this, essentially we're just going to juggle Barbossa here. We're going to bring him down, make sure we do enough damage, and he's done. So all of the pirates in this world, you probably saw that magic is just extremely powerful on them, because Pirates of the Caribbean, it's meant to just be like basic humans. And I don't know about you, but if lightning was striking me, that'd probably do a lot of damage as well. But in this fight, Barbossa just like can be crowd controlled heavily, using Thunder, which paralyzes them and kind of throws them into the air, and Blizzard that just kind of freezes them. Don't use Thunder, it sets their pantaloons on fire and they run around or are impossible to hit.
Hello, I think I'm back. Couple of chests picking up. It's a Heartless fight. I think those are like the only, I think Port Royal is like the only area that has chests like hidden behind obstacles. I'm going to be doing a little bit of adventuring. It's an ambush that I need to get out of. I'm probably going to reset my customize as well. Blizzard is very powerful in this area, especially in the upcoming fight. I've got the minute fight, so to speak, where there's no way for us to do this any faster. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put Blizzard on. Did I get an experience boost yet? Let's do a quick menu. Guardwig is a very good finisher to our combo. I'll stick some combo pluses on. Form boost increases how long we can stay in our drives. We can get some MP back faster. We can take less damage, we'll have HP. If I remember correctly, I saw experience boost. There's experience boost. Is there anything else that I can put here? I don't see it. Thank God that I can feed fast. There's two chests here, but I'm going to get locked in some RP anyway, so I'm just going to skip forward to the next room because I'm going to get held back by the minute fight. This is going to be pretty boring. I'm just going to try and kill as many as I can for XP, but they can't take damage unless they're on the midlight. So let's see if Miz has anything.
Okay, well good. So remember when I said I was going to go talk to the Mago and buy like his infinite supply of ethers? I didn't do that, so I actually ran out of them. So what I had to do in that previous fight was pop in and out of Valor form, which every time you go into a dry form, it completely heals your HP and MP. So by abusing that and the fact that we have 7 and now 8 drive gauges, I was able to just kind of manage that there. So I'm actually going to stay here for like a couple more checks. There's this fight here, but I'm actually going to use it to grab all of these chests while I'm actually in the room. But as soon as we beat this encounter, it's really just the final boss that's left, and I definitely did not have the tools or the patience to deal with that. Right, did I just get the proof of peace? I was looking at something else. Okay, I think I just got the proof of peace there. I'm not 100% sure. So we probably should explain. I imagine Star's already done this, but just in case. Oh, cure, lovely. Don't like that. So we're actually here. Yes, I did actually get it. So we're actually here to find the 3 proofs, which in the actual game are kind of these crown rewards for like exceptional things that you do in the game. There's one for beating like all of the organization secret bosses. There's one for beating the ultimate secret boss Terra, and then there's one for all of these what's called the Mushroom 13 challenges. But those are the 3 items. Once we get all 3 of them, it allows us to physically open the door to the final boss. And if we don't have them, he's just like, nope. We're closed, big eeps. Come back when you have a gold crown, not a silly silver one, because he does not deal with absolute randoms. He only deals with the most extinguished of Kingdom Hearts gentlemen. So we're actually in Twilight Town now. I imagine, just knowing how Star routes, I imagine he's already completely finished Twilight Town. So I'm not going to bore you going over all of that again, because he does love a nice early Twilight Town. The fact that we got final form early, and we already have Fyra, or in his case probably Fire. You know what's happening here, so I imagine that he's somewhere else. It's probably a lot more entertaining, so I'm going to try and hand it back to him.
Oh, hello. I'll take over. No real way of avoiding this fight. Bunch of dudes. You'll have seen in the last fight, Fantasia's normally very good, but I prefer Flare Force, so I don't particularly care about Donald's additional limit there. He's just unlocked Comet. I've got another Heartless fight. You'll have seen in the past two fights I took some damage to drop below half HP. That's because the Keyblade I have that I equipped before the minute fight has experience boost on it, which increases or doubles our XP gain when we're below half HP. Very funnily, I said that there's not much point in me taking the chests in the room of the minute fight when I can just take them during the fight itself, and then I got Blizzard, which I think would have made me kill more and get more XP during the fight. I think it's basically the only thing that I could have found other than an experience boost that would have made that happen. We are back to that room now after we kind of got chased out and back onto our ship. And we are going to fight Barbossa. Very happy that I have a Blizzara for Barbossa, actually. Because Barbossa, like everyone here, is very weak to magic. So I think I'm basically just going to spam Blizzard on him.
Okay, thanks. Star's throwing it back to me. Toasty, our lovely host, it's kind of just dawned on me, right? So the way we have things set up here at ESA is that there's actually a screen between Star and I that has like, we can see like chat and things like that. Unfortunately, if I look in that direction, I'll probably see his screen, so I can't see chat. So Toasty, if anybody's like asking any genuine questions or things like that, please feel free to fire them our way, because we can actually both hear Toasty, which is hilarious, but we can't hear each other. So if anybody's got any questions, feel free to fire them our way.
Well, we do have one question in chat. When did this game release?
A long time ago. We don't want to talk about it.
Which version are we speaking about? Are we speaking about Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2G, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix G, Kingdom Hearts 2.5? Like, this game has a billion releases.
Oh, what have you done?
I think originally 04. I don't know, because I'm young and dead is what I am, because I'm yapping about the fact that Kingdom Hearts has 70 versions. I'm assuming, Toasty, that you were saying that you can communicate with us and ask about chat things.
Yes, exactly. I think it's back to you.
To give a genuine answer to that question, by the way, because I realised I just kind of left it hanging. To put it into perspective, Kingdom Hearts is old enough that Star here was 3 years old. And I imagine that half of the chat is going to just find that funny, and the other half are probably having an existential crisis. But anyway, Toasty, back to you. The voices in my head are talking.
Yeah, that's how you do that fight. You don't monkey around and talk about Kingdom Hearts having 70 versions. You stand still and you shotgun Barbossa to death with Blizzard. Where do I plan on going next? I'm going to go to Hollow Bastion. I'm going to push this until we get to the Demix fight. Then I'm going to make a nice little save. Because after the Demix fight, Goofy yucking dies. Thank God, finally he stops talking. And that is a poll that we have open right now. Sephiroth, thankfully to everyone at home, has been met. So we're going to be doing that fight, but we're also going to be watching a cutscene, and you get to decide if we watch Goofy yucking die, or if we watch the Sora vs Roxas anime fight cutscene. I know that Sephiroth has closed. I remember there being a big HypnoShark Stream 2 run on sometime today, and I believe there was a large incentive for that. I know that HypnoShark is the absolute GOAT of everything racing game related, so I assume it must be something interesting and that people at home are going to love it. Toasty, maybe you can tell us a little bit about that, if you've got it to hand, and where we are on it?
Let's have a look. Yes, we have Crash Team Racing, and we have where is the incentive?
You're looking in, I believe, targets for that one. I believe he has like $1,000 target, but I can't remember for the life of me what it is.
Ooh, that's right. It's the Beat the Spyro 2 demo.
I beg your pardon?
Beat the Spyro 2 demo.
From HypnoShark.
Exactly, on Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, sure. That's the kind of jank that we like to see in incentives.
I would like to pay $1,000 to see that.
I'm continuing to push here. I believe I just got Thunder, which means that I've got Thunder Ga, which again makes Port Royal 2 very interesting to me. There's still a lot of chests in that world, but I'm gonna push this. 'Cause this is also quite dense in the amount that it rewards me. Let's see if Mizzow's got anything.
Okay, I take it that it's been handed back to me there, so I'm hoping that I'm not talking over Star right now. So we're in Twilight Town, and we have Final Form, which is actually fantastic to level this form up. Where's that mob one? Stop that. We talked about Valor's leveling up strategies earlier, but Final Forms is quite literally just defeat nobodies. So it's a common play to try and hold off Twilight Town until you get Final Form, because not only is it an extremely powerful form in that world, it's just a very fast and easy way to get it leveled. So unfortunately we only have 2 forms right now, and I'm pretty sure Final is actually all the way up to level, where am I going? All the way up to level 4, but just while we've got the tech and the fact that we have like Magnet and Thunder and a decent amount of power, Twilight Town is very what we call check heavy. Like, we're just running around and there's so many chests and things to pick up. So I'm going to try and clear this out. There's one fight coming up that is scaled very high, and we just know that is the Mickey fight. It's outside the mansion where you get locked at the gate with Mickey, John Mouse, and have to fight all of these Heartless that are Heartless, all of these nobodies that are just high level scaled. So I think I'm going to go for it. I think I've got enough utility to justify not finishing the world, but going probably all the way to the final fight and then just leave that sitting there for later and hopefully never need to come back for it, because when you can just get into this rhythm of just leaving final bosses in worlds, and if you end up doing that in every world and you still haven't got your final proof, it just becomes this like lottery of, well, one of you must have it, time to just go do random order, or maybe it's depending on your skill level or what ones you're comfortable with, but hopefully we find everything before that point. Where am I going? I'm treating this as if I'm in simulated Twilight Town. I'm looking for the wrong chest. Okay, we're out here. So we're just going to quickly jump up to the mansion. We can use this tunnel way, which actually opens up in this third visit, to get around so much faster. So we're just going to go to the right here to lovely number 4, which is going to take us into the main plaza area. And then we're just going to fly all the way over and hopefully don't get... don't lose to the fight. Because I expect that it's going to take a bit more than just one Magnet and one Thunder to take stuff out.
Oh, hello, I'm back. I went and made the save point so that we can watch Goofy Shucking die earlier, later if that wins in the poll. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that... Oh, I'm here to press the drive recovery. I also messed myself up. I thought that there would have been a door, like the secret entrance to the Garden of Assemblage open, but I think it opens in Randomizer after the Battle of 1,000 Heartless, which I'm going to be holding off on for now. I do not need this Terrible Keyblade on, although... Give me that finishing cross back. I'm not going to use finishing cross punch in this fight now that I think about it. I get to talk about some Final Form tech here. I preemptively went into Final Form and then recovered my drive before going into the fight, so even though I'm in Final right now, I'm still max drive spare. I'm going to use fire to kill all of these water clones. That finishing plus is a lot better now that I think about it in the context of that. He won that. I was just not on a good point of my combo. Final Form Fire is broken, as can be seen here. If you don't do your finishers, we're only using finishers on those clones just because they're a very non-standard enemy. If you use the first couple hits... Oh, yeah, we only have Donald here because Goofy's Yucking dead. If you use the first few hits of fire, the enemies have something called revenge value, is the context that will give. Revenge value means that when you hit them, you keep on hitting them, keep on comboing them, eventually they'll get angry about that, break out of your combo with them, and that happens by you increasing their revenge value. I'm not entirely sure that this explanation is 100% correct, but it's close enough that it gets the point across. When you cast that fire in Final Form, the enemy gets knocked up into your Keyblades. And the floating Keyblades that you have behind your back in Final Form also do a little bit of damage. However, the revenge value is like calculating for like each hit of the combo, but it's like being tricked into adding the revenge value from the hits from the Keyblade rather than the hits from the fire, which means that it's really not incrementing the revenge value basically at all.
That's it.
Because the Keyblade is like the most recent hit when it's calculating it. So you kind of just get to look people until you run out of form, basically. Sorry, these fights do need to be made kind of efficient. I'm extremely thankful for Magnega with Infinite Ethers. Magnega is going to make the next fight very good, but I think I'm a little under level to do the insanely fast one. You're going to be seeing that Final Form Fire quite often, especially since we have Fire at the bare minimum. What do we get here? Is this worth it? This was worth it. I just got Wisdom Form. That's insanely valuable. With Wisdom Form, I'm going to Agrabah. I didn't get starter chests in Agrabah. My mind was lost doing commentary and trying to have this little side by side. Agrabah has a bunch of chests at the start of it, and then we're gonna go. Oh, Mizzow's already done this for sure. We're gonna go steal the place of Joe with a boo. Can you please kill me? You can't. Come on, please kill me. Please kill me, bro. Thank you. I imagine he's went to Abu and then left because that's a very sensible early decision. There's not really much in the way of difficult combat before then. I'm surprised at myself that I forgot to come here. But I have Wisdom Form. The next fight after that is like just like a elevator sequence. Not really much happens, and then the fight after that, I know that I've just pushed the Battle of 1,000 Heartless, but in the Cave of Wonders we're going to have basically Battle of 50 Heartless. In the Battle for 1,000 Heartless though, we don't have Donald. We definitely don't have Goofy because he's dead. But in the Cave of Wonders we do have Donald, which means that if I have Wisdom Form, I can go into Wisdom Form. And Wisdom Form levels up by killing Heartless, similar to how Final Form levels up by killing nobodies. Where am I going?
Since you mentioned Goofy there, I'm going to give you a quick spot check on that cutscene showcase poll. We are sitting at $322 to see Goofy die versus $5 for the anime fight.
No, surely not.
If you want to save Goofy, there's still time.
Right, I think I have the mic there. We just want to clarify that the anime fight is like the post-Roxas one, but can I get those numbers again? Because unfortunately I was getting styled on and then styled on Cerberus, so it was a bit of a 50-50 there. How much are we at?
$322 for Goofy dies versus $5 for the post-Roxas fight.
If this game had a Kill Donald cutscene, I fear how much money people would go throw at it. But anyway, we're going to go into the second part of Olympus Coliseum. Well, actually, in the game, we're actually still in the first part, but we're kind of in the second part of the Underworld. That's fun to God. This is an extremely heavy magic seed. Whoever vetted this, and I know who you are, thank you. I think you just don't like melee combos. So we're going to do some training with Phil, which means we're just going to completely destroy his entire arm collection. Sorry about that, Phil, but you did put them up here. So Olympus Coliseum has this really uniqueness where you can just get basically every check in the game during the first visit, and then all you've basically got is like story checks and bosses. So very, very popular world because there's not like a big demand in your kit either. So we go into the first part of the Underworld. We come up here onto the surface, do some silly shenaniganery, talk to Hercules because he's a busy boy and has to make money for the Colosseum. So we're going to go do his job for him. Classic delegation tactic. So now we're going to go into the second part of the Underworld to grab all of those checks, and then we can decide whether we just want to leave it there at the bosses or if we want to come back later on. Usually, you can go to the Hydra fight. If you've got Master Form, it's usually very valuable because you can kind of use that fight for a lot of nice and easy level ups. I'm missing that. Okay, right, never mind. We're trying it again. I wasn't 100% sure of... Oh, turn pages, that's very handy. You need these items to basically advance the Winnie the Pooh story world. which unfortunately means you need to do these kind of long mini games, which blessedly the developers of the randomizer have decided to just put on like 10x speed. So you get to go through them kind of funny. So maybe we'll go pay who a visit now that we've got a couple of them. But like we say, we're in the second part of the underworld here. We're going around grabbing all of these chests. We get to go see Funny Guitar Man or Sitar, if you want to be more accurate, in a minute, and get to go batter up all these water clones because he thinks he's a Naruto character. But apart from that, I think I'll leave the final boss. I'm hoping that at some point I come across Master Form and then can come back here and with the at least ability to level up to level 5, hoping to just cheese that within the fight.
Dance, water,
Yeah.
dance.
Everyone's favourite quote, yes, let it rock. I'm going to pass it back to Star here.
Oh, call me. Well, I'm in my inventory. I've realised that I have 2 trunk pages. I kind of forgot about getting those. I should unlock this. Otherwise I don't get let in. I think after this I'm gonna go do Winnie the Pooh. There's a weird balance to be met here in Rando, specifically in race, where you want to get as many tricks as possible. Oh, this thing, he's gonna die. And everything's dead. Everything's not dead. Really? This is thank you, Donald. What just happened? On my screen, Donald was just actually useful. I've never seen that before in my life. This is a once in a lifetime Kingdom Hearts 2 opportunity, where Donald actually does something that doesn't press a limit or die. Thank you very much for pressing those ethers on me. Let's get out of here. I'm very happy. I'm gonna skip this boss fight. I'm very happy with being able to do that there because I got the level wisdom form, and I'm pretty confident that there's no chance that as it's went to Hollow Bastion 2 and is up at 1000 Heartless. Where is it that I'm going? I would be going to Mansion right now, but I'm gonna get some chests along the way. I'm like midway into my level 20s. I have 37 magic. Do I have any better to play? I'm on 8. I'm gonna need to get some more levels. I'm trying to get my magic up. I know that the magic number is 43. Then we're gonna do Battle for 1000 Heartless insanely quickly with Magnega. I wonder if I have any accessories that can fix that. There's some chests here in TT3. I'm gonna push it a bit. I'll maybe do Mansion fight, but not Axel fight. I'll need to go get the chest at the end, though. Hopefully, I remember to do so. Not too much useful here, but there's a bunch of chests in the mansion that are going to be very high value to me. Hopefully, get some experience here, and I've pushed Space Paranoids to a very specific point. Oh my god, I can't move. Oh my god, please. I pushed Space Paranoids to a very specific point where there's like a RP fight with mobs that spawn as fast as you can kill them, but only for 2 minutes. And with 2 experience boosts, that's extremely efficient to do. Firstly, because like just getting the experience will make you stronger, but secondly, because we can also get items on level up. So I'm thinking push TT3 here. Check my accessories to see if I can get 43 magic for Battle for 1000 Heartless. Maybe get some experience here just to help round me off. Actually, I saw a 10. That has 2. That has 3. Shadow Archive has 3. I'm gonna put this on actually for this fight. That gives me 40, 42. So I need 1 magic, and I'll go Battle for 1000 Heartless, and then I'll get some of the chests that unlocks. It unlocks one of the Heartless factory that was down next to the entrance to Tron that we saw earlier. If you're not familiar with Cage, you may not recognize it because we're not like really. We're kind of messing things around and not really doing things in order. You're treating Space Paranoids as like an entirely different world where you're kind of supposed to do it in Hollow Bastion there. Like we shouldn't have been able to kill Demix without going into Space Paranoids. I just had that fight. I'm very powerful, and everyone's giving me ethers. I have a money pouch as well, which means that I can get more ethers. This magic seed is insane. These proofs have to be deep, otherwise their seed vetter is having us come in underestimate. Yeah, I think I've got my plan laid out here. I wonder if MrMizzow has anything interesting.
Okay, apparently I'm having it handed back. So we're in Land of Dragons, which is one of the like base worlds in the original game. So the battle level here is actually incredibly low. We were talking about forms earlier, so we actually found final form there, which is it was not in the original release of Kingdom Hearts 2. It was actually brought in during the final mix version. Excuse me, sir. Please stop me. Final mix version, which is a very unique form that kind of transfers you back into KH1 Sora and gives you access to all of your kind of OP abilities. But more importantly, you don't need Donald or Goofy or any party members to actually go into it. So anytime we have like a solo fight, it's a good chance to actually get it leveled up. And I'm going to go to the Moogle that I've been promising to do for like 18 years. Let's no, wait, give me more. Give me there. 80 will do, right? Clearly, we're gonna need 80 ethers. And let's get a gander. So we're gonna push this world a little bit. I'm actually just gonna clean up this menu here, make sure that I have all of my lovely ethers for later on. So we're gonna complete the first half of this world for sure. There's a fantastic room just called Throne Room. That's not even a code, it is quite literally just called the Throne Room, where there's 8 checks in it. So if we can get there, hopefully there's some lovely reward in there for us, or at least on the way. But now that we have 3 drive forms, it means that we can level up Valor, Limit, and Final to level 5, so we can get some extra checks. I apologise greatly for the noise that your ears are consuming right now. Magnet is busted. Let's see if we can get this counter all the way to 999. The actual experience of these things is not very much, but it's basically, you can maybe get like a level or 2 here. Oh, level 28 already, that's not bad. It's always nice when you kind of get these kind of slower forced sections and you can just get some additional info when you're not like peeking at your menu constantly. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, we're going to do it. Come on. I think we're winning. Yep, there we go. So we've got like, what, maybe like a level, nearly 2 levels out of that, so that's not bad. We know we're level 28 now, which kind of puts me in position where I might want to go do back to Space Paranoids. This is very useful other timed fight, but unlike these ones where you're forced to sit through all of it, you have control over where it finishes. But it's a very useful little area where if you have experience boost, which we explained later is when you're at half HP or lower, you get extra experience. You can abuse that timed encounter to, from level 28, honestly, I think you could probably go as like late 40s if you get a good setup in that. But that's that fight primarily what we're talking about, where you want to have enough defense so you don't get one shot, but not too much defense that the mobs just tickle you. So I think once we finish up here, we'll probably head in that direction and see if we're actually good enough to do it. Oh, Star wants it back.
I have a fight of all time. There's a lot of duds, as you can see. I'm scared of eye contact. Let's look at the counter on the top left. That number looks to be increasing pretty fast to me. There's 1,000 of these dudes. This is why I wanted a whole bunch of magic. My reaction commands look like they're having fun. You can see above my menu. A bunch of dudes are getting pretty close to me. I don't want to look at any of them. Let's give us some experience. There's like a weird mid grind to play where, oh my god, I'm very high level actually. There's like a weird mid grind to play with the Space Paranoids XP farm fight that I was talking about, where you want to be high enough level that you can get a bunch of, like you can kill things efficiently, you can get a bunch of experience quickly, but not so high level that like you don't even need the experience anymore. 38 is pretty up there. Can you did? Okay, you did are actually loaded. Okay, come on. What else do we got? Bonk. That's how you do 1,000 Heartless quickly. 43 magic. I think I had 44. Let's see if we can get anything useful out of this. Blizzard 2 Power Boosts. We'll take that. We are going back in because when you do 1,000 Heartless, you actually unlock some extra chests. One of them comes from our little Final Fantasy friends here. Hello, Yuna. Yes, that's what it's all about. I even got one of those in Mansion. Oh god, I wonder if Mizzow has those. There's no way. There's no way that he has that. That's called the Gullwing chest. It's actually the Keyblade that we've been using a bunch. That normally has experience based on it, ironically. That's called the Gullwing chest that had Reflect in it. There's not a chance he has that, so I'm very happy to have now Reflera. I'm honestly doubtful that he has even the first one, because that's from deep Twilight Town, and I'm fond of Twilight Town, but I don't know. I don't think he'd go TT3. I don't think that he'd do the fight in TT3 at bare minimum. What can I do here? I need experience boost. Where are you? I need to take armor off because I want to be hit. I'm gonna take this potion off just before I forget. And I have a bunch of ethers. I'll put some Power Boosts on. I think my strategy here is going to be. We'll see. It will make sense when we're in the fight. But I'm going to freeze the first two to increase the spawn rates, and then get my health down to 50. And then it's going to be Magnet or Magnega into the finishing leap combo, like grindy combo finisher, which is when I like jump up and slam the ground. I'm gonna need to kill a couple of these dudes first, just so I actually have the clusters required to. Oh, that works. Let's see if I can. I'm also gonna want to swap Tron out. Oh, Giffy's alive. Who would have known? Okay, I'm now at the mercy of these little yellow dudes hitting me. Please hate me.
Okay, I've had that flag there. So this is Throne Room. This is what I'm talking about, having 8 chests. The only thing that is genuinely left is the final boss, and unfortunately there wasn't anything in there. So that's probably a very significant time loss detour. So I'm hoping that I can maybe make some plays elsewhere and catch up a little. So what we're going to do is we actually got a couple of torn pages, so I'm going to come and do a couple of these mini games where we just spam X and spam triangle, and you can get all of your Kingdom Hearts press X to win memes in here, and I'm just going to pass it back to Star.
Okay, I'm back. That was kind of unfortunate that he took over there. No experience, I'm 44, very funny, a little late. The last level that we can get anything even remotely relevant off of is 50, and we're getting pretty close. Oh dear, oh no, I ran out of mana, and I don't have Etherbind. I have Mega Elixir, which would have been very bad. I also very much don't want to die here, because we're already like nearly 2 minutes in. Oh, there it is. That's what we're looking for. Proof of non-existence is one of the 3 required items to finish the game. Do I get 50 here? Ooh, you know what? I don't think there's another proof on 50, and I'll get there. I'll get there just with the rest of the game. I'm not chancing any more of that. I'm far too low HP, and I forgot to rebind ethers into my customize, and I almost twist Mega Elixir twice. I'm out. I take those. 47, getting a proof is insane. I'm significantly stronger now. I never need to equip that experience boost a Keyblade again. Like having the experience boost on a Keyblade and then also getting it natty. Combo Master is one of the best abilities in the game that allows us to continue our combos even if we miss. Oh, MrMizzow wants to talk.
Can anybody in chat confirm, did I just get 3 defense boosts in that room? Posty, can you let me know if they noticed that? Like, I wasn't fully tuned in on that until the 3rd chest. I was like, is that the same item in all 3 chests?
Let's have a look. I'm sure they will be on it.
I got thumbs up, but then Toasty spoke. Am I good, Toasty?
You're good, you're good.
I'm good. This is a very elegant world that we've held off on. And there is a lot of checks in it. Unfortunately, it's just insanely boring at the start, which is why we've avoided it. We're like sat in this camp area in the middle of the mountains. which doesn't have any. You don't get any checks here. There are some in this room, but I'll get them after this fight. We need to do these 3 missions before allowed to proceed. And it's just not very efficient. The issue is that this is one of those worlds like Port Royal. I need to go back to Port Royal at some point. This is one of those worlds like Port Royal that has a bunch of chests in the second visit, and those proofs, like the one that I just got. Oh god, if there's one in Port Royal too, Mizzow has it already. Those proofs, like the one I already got, cannot be in the first visits of worlds, which means that we can get them on leveling Sora. Clearly, I got it on level 46. We can get them on leveling forms, which I really need to think about because I'm missing limit form and master form, which means that I can only get forms to level 5 currently, and obviously like can't see what's on those forms. Yeah, this world has a bunch of checks in the second visit because you go to the throne room, which has 7 or 8 chests. I'm sure you can understand why we like to skip this. Boring ass fight. Oh, please. And then there's 3 of these witches. Where are you? Sure, that'll do me. Boring. I'm never learning to optimize that because it's nonsense and I don't care to sit here practicing it. 2 chests in here. We've got like a little, kind of like little mini RP thing in the next area, but there's 4 chests there as well. You need to like break down some rock walls. And then there's like another one of those like timed minute fights, similar to the one in Port Royal. Not really similar to the one that we just did because we could have ended that at any point. We just chose to keep it going because it's insanely good XP because those guys spawn super quickly, right? They're like literally generated by a computer. Oh, Biz is going.
So earlier on we talked about this EXP farm. I'm going to try and execute it here. So you need to defeat enough mobs to get these little orbs to freeze these 3 screens. Mob density will increase. Okay, that's really good. I did actually want to get hit by that there. So, come on, give me some more. Okay, so we're going to freeze these 2 screens, and then I'm going to come over right into this corner, and hopefully get them to hit me one more time. Okay. And then hopefully, we're just going to get an absolutely massive amount of levels here. So I did actually put a bunch of ethers on Donald and Goofy, so I'm really relying on them here. Thanks Donald, that's both of his gone. Goofy, hopefully that you prove yourself useful and throw me some ethers as well while I try and nab all of this experience. Up to 36 already, doing good. I do apologise, this room is noisy. Thank you, Goofy. Thank you, Goofy. I've not been keeping track of his. I think he's got 2 left. One. I'm doing that little aerial sweep between attacks because it's knocking the mobs out and back into the magnet, so we can get a kind of extra wave of them per time. 43. Right, I still have a couple of beavers left, and I like how we're just naturally moving over to the other screen that I need to freeze. I do need to actually make sure that I freeze that screen before we time out. Oh no, what am I doing? Come on. Woo! That was unintentional, but thank God, otherwise I would have had to have done all of that again. What level did we get?
I'm hearing some loud Mizzow noises. Something's happened over there.
Let's see. 44, not bad. Okay, we're winning, and we're just actually going to finish this world. Now that we are incredibly statted up, I'm going to go do this next boss fight, get these checks.
Hey Mizzow, while we're on you,
Hello.
the question you asked earlier that I am not going to repeat for the sake of your rival listening in, the answer was yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I've never seen that before. First at a marathon. Classic.
Second thousand Heartless fight. 1 minute, we kill 999 little birds. Also, clearly there's something I've missed, Toasty. I'm sure I'll figure it out at some point. I'm gonna try and take the stage here. I'm gonna need to push this world. I'm gonna need to kill the final boss of this world because I plan on pushing to the end of this. Like I plan on coming back for a second visit of this world. But this area that we're in here gave us 2 incredibly important items. It gave us fire, so we now have Firaga, and it gave us a limit form. Limit form is used a lot in certain boss fights, especially the later ones where you don't have Donald or Goofy. Incredibly interesting fight. Would you believe that we got Magnega this run? Both limit form and Firaga used a lot in later fights. Firaga, if you have access to final form especially, is broken. Limit form, where you don't have access to other forms because you don't have teammates, is very good. And limit form is also very good at making simulated Twilight Town borderline playable content. So I think we're going to be going there next. Confident that MrMizzow will come to the Land of Dragons at some point. So I think we kind of just need to make the commitment to simulated Twilight Town, because if he's done this, he'll have limit form, and I can't afford to miss something that's in simulated Twilight Town that he gets. Okay, decent Shanyu, decent Shanyu. Fights are a little bit wacky in general. If you watch like an any % speedrun, things are going to be a lot more structured, but we are very much vibes-based speedrunning here because every run is different. Where am I going? I'm going back in. What am I doing? Land of Dragons into Throne Room, into let's use the torn pages that we have in Winnie World, into let's get limit form leveled and pushed into simulated Twilight Town. I think that's the plan going forward. I've got 1 proof. They can be in the world that never was. So if I get a second proof, I think I'll just go straight to the world that never was. Oh, this guy's messing me up. Well, I have the wrong keyblade on. So.
Right, I've had to pass back to me. So right now we're in simulated Twilight Town. Developers did this really handy thing where we can actually go into Sora's limit form. And the idea of experiencing this form is every time you do the final command of a limit, you gain an experience. For the one that I'm spamming right now, Ragnarok, the idea is that once you do the first 4 or 5 hits of the air combo, you stand up and you have to time your impact. You need to do it on the final one to actually get the experience. So I'm going to be coming in and out of the form here just to make sure I get all my movement abilities, but Giga Impact there is the one that actually gives you the experience. So we're going to be sitting here for a while because all of the good checks are actually at the end of this world, but it also means that we get to just freely level limit form.
I'm cooking up a plan here. There's one fight in here. Actually, I'm just gonna.
So Staratur, while we're on you, I shared a secret little question with MrMizzow before, so it's only fair that I share a secret little question with you.
Please go on.
I am going to ask you, for those of us not in the know, we have our Sephiroth fight target met. What does that actually involve? And when is it going to take place?
So we spoke about this at the beginning of the run. Sephiroth is a secret boss that is at the end of Hollow Bastion. But the way the randomizer is set up, technically I have access to him right now, so I really hope that MrMizzow... oh, well, he's got, if it's met, he's going to need to push Hollow Bastion, I think about it, which means that he's going to get Wisdom Form. He's a secret boss at the end of Hollow Bastion. Normally time on randomizer is when you defeat the final boss Semnus, but we've agreed to call time once Sephiroth is defeated. Yeah. Secret boss, Cloud's gonna be angry at some point. It's a staple of KH, right? He was the secret boss of all time in Kingdom Hearts 1. I have been distracted and I am in a boss fight that I forgot I wasn't planning on doing. Can you remind me exactly what the original question was, and I'll talk more about Sephiroth, Toasty?
So I asked, what does the fight involve? For those of us who've not really seen that much of this game.
The fight involves Sephiroth being very angry. He's very fast. You need to react pretty quickly to some like teleporting long sword combos, and we need to play very defensively. We are going to be using a lot of reflect to quickly counter his attacks. We are going to be using limit form a bunch to get us out of bad situations. Goofy and Donald are not going to be there, so it is literally just us 1v1ing Sephiroth at the end of the run. It's going to be great. I'm very happy that it's been met. I just missed my reaction command. You can ask MrMizzow the same, because yeah, this fight's going to be interesting, and we're going to be doing it. Although we are very stacked, I was going to say we're going to be doing it with less tools than a normal run would do it with, because normally you'd get to Sephiroth and you'd have everything, but we are kind of limited in the tools that we have. Again, I want to thank people for meeting Sephiroth and tell everyone to get their money over onto Hypnoshark's run, because I have no idea what that boy is cooking or how they are playing Spyro inside Crash Team Racing.
Well, yeah, I'm going to respond to that. So, yes, indeed, thank you so much for beating that target. And we also have on stream 2, we have the target for Crash Team Racing, which is going to be beat the Spyro 2 demo, but it's 100%. So if that gets met, Hypnoshark's going to have to 100% the demo after Crash Team Racing is over.
I'm going to be very boring for like 5 minutes whilst I play minigames with my best friend Winnie the Pooh. Let's see if Miz has anything.
Oh, hello, it's back to me now. So, we're still in Simulated. It's a very long world. It's actually the tutorial world for the game. But unfortunately, you're meant to be having this nice little fun, community-driven tournament where you just kind of beat each other up with little bats and all of these orbs fly all over the place. You need to go pick them up. Unfortunately, I'm essentially just going to run around and smack them around with magic, which, according to tournament rules, is legal. I don't know who put that clause in there, given the people that... Oh, right, it's because we have Vivi. Right, no, he's absolutely allowed to use magic. So, yeah, you can blame Vivi for the fact that I'm allowed to just do this in public and nobody has a problem with it. So, we're going to collect all these orbs really quick. As soon as you go to 200 orbs, you just automatically win. And then we're going to get a couple of smaller fights here. And this is us on day 4 out of day 6. So we've got a nobody fight here, but you know the gimmick by now. We press Ragnarok, we press Giga Impact, we get as much experience as possible, and then we're going to fight Axel, everybody's favourite character ever. Please feel free to donate and tell me that I'm correct.
Well, I do have a donation for you. It's from Mod366, and it says, massive props to MrMizzow and Staratur for handling the commentary of a randomizer race all by themselves and having a fantastic way of communicating with each other when each of them can talk, not over each other. Keep it up, and good luck.
Sorry, I hadn't practiced that segment before. I had to get someone from the crowd to do it for me. Exponentially difficult. I have no idea how fast to put it off on the fly there. Thank you very much, Fast. I don't even know if Mitsu saw that. Honestly, Toasty, feel free to explain that one to Mitsu as to watch this. I just get 3 defense boosts. Thank you, Fast. Yeah, Toasty, can you explain what's just happened to Mitsu? You can feel free to tell him that I'm in Winnie the Pooh world.
Yeah. So we just had a visitor guest on the stream helping Staratur out. I don't know if you agreed to that before, MrMizzow. I don't know if you're gonna have to knock off some penalty points here or something.
I'm sorry, I heard my name was going on. I thought you were talking to Star.
So I don't know if you saw to your left. For a moment, there was somebody that was not Staratur holding the controller. Is this allowed?
Was that a better player? Because then I have an issue. Who was it?
It was Vast.
Oh, never mind. He does not play this game. That's fine. Vash, you can come back and take his controller from him. No problem. Please feel free to just finish his run. And by that, I mean, I win. So we're on day 5 of Simulated Twilight Town, but they cut out all of this. Oh, never mind. I'm going to hand it back here.
I don't hear a little Mizzow murmurings in my head anymore. I can never understand what I could do. I don't think he's speaking.
Oh, are we? I thought he was signaling to take it. Is he trying to give it to me when I already had it? Okay, I'm taking it. Okay, right. I'm just lost around this world. So again, I was saying that the developers of this game graciously took all of these silly little mini games, including the one where you need to ride around on a giant sack and then find out that it's just a dog having the most hilarious time ever. Speaking of dog, we have ESA Dog here. I don't know if she's physically here at the event, but if you go onto the Discord, you get to see lovely pictures of ESA Elsa. Please let everybody know that we should set up ESA Marathon 3, where we just put a camera on Elsa's collar, and for the entire event we just get to see dog cam.
Gorsh, is that all that's left?
I thought that was an alert. I just didn't skip a cutscene and just got gorshed. It's like, oh, nice timing. Speaking of which, how's Goofy's fate looking?
I'm going to come on to that in a second, because first I'm going to throw you a $5 donation from Mel Gibson. And I'm not going to offend our runners by trying to do this properly, but the donor message: they may take away our estimates, but they will never take our freedom.
I approve of this greatly. Oh, and Star wants it back.
I actually did take away from this estimate. We initially submitted a longer estimate, but we're filling a slot here for Big John, who unfortunately could not make it, so I guess we got to go fast. So here's hoping that we we don't die to Sephiroth and we find these proofs, because again, we kind of have no idea where they are at this point. And we get to watch a cutscene as well, so trying to squeeze this in all into 40 should be fine. I am not taking that one. Give me a sword. Pray for us. Pray for RNG.
Okay, I think I'm having it handed back, so we're actually coming up to the end of this world. I'm actually not going to do the final fight. Hilariously, the final fight of this world is the legendary, 2 cutscene where Roxas whips out 2 Keyblades. But unfortunately in Rando, it puts you just in this form of him that's extremely underpowered. So for the single check, I think I'm just going to get to that room and just kind of leave it there, and if that costs me the run, then so be it. Because it's kind of just dawned on me that there is a Battle of 1,000 Heartless that I've been absolutely nowhere near. I kind of just forgot about Hollow Bastion. If I go into that room, it starts the boss fight, so I'm going to leave now. So I'm going to go pay everybody's favourite Sitar player a visit. And then, you know what, I should probably make sure I actually have a save here for that incentive later, because I don't know who is going to do it, who's going to have the pleasure of doing it.
I heard the word incentive and my ears pricked up, so I am going to give you an update on the poll for the cutscene showcase. At the minute, Goofy Dies is leading with $322 against the anime fight with $15.
Oh, it's so over for the Roxas fight. That's a shame. The music is amazing. But I think the people at home just want to watch Goofy yucking die.
I mean, who knows? We got an hour still in the estimate.
We'll be killing Sephiroth first as well before that, because we're calling time on Sephiroth and not on Final Fight. So all on estimate. All should be good fun. I have a save that's very strong before Demix, so we can replay that fight very quickly. You can watch Final Form Fire go crazy again. I'm going to do the worst mail delivery you've ever seen in your life. I found some insane lore the other night of like some VOD clip stream of the Rixer, the runner running the Flash game gauntlet, getting like a 619 here.
Hi, MrMizzow back. So, usually what we would do on Demix is we've not actually found our own personal limit, Trinity Limit, which has a party version of your dog and Goofy, and did I just miss? And a solo version, but usually we would get to, it's all based on like the number of hits that you do in the lead up, because they don't actually do damage, but they do actually get rid of these clones, so unfortunately we're not going to get to see the tech where we get to abuse that. So I'm actually going to try something else, because we have the final form. So I'm just going to come up to Demix here, and attempt to bully him. Final form has this really unique gimmick. Okay, that was fantastic. Final form has this really unique gimmick that whenever you do anything, your keyblades will also do like animations and things like that. And this beautiful thing about fire is your blades spin around you at the same time and just don't give Demyx any revenge values. So he basically just doesn't counter and lets you just bully him. So Goofy's not here. He's off on holiday. His son called and he had to go step away for parents' night or something. I'm not actually 100% sure. So we're just going to get ourselves all up to speed here. Oh, a couple of this. We'll take that. And now we're on what's called the Final Fantasy fights. Again, this was an addition. Usually in the actual game, what happens is you go straight from Demyx in here. And then again, absolutely fantastic developers were like, no, we're going to give you like an intermission here between them where you can just shake Donald's feathery hand because he just goes somewhere. And it allows you to get access to your menu and things. But some really nice tech is that because Donald is still in your party, you can just go into Wisdom form and farm all of these mobs here and get a ton of experience, but unfortunately we don't have Wisdom form yet. We're still missing Wisdom and Master, so I'm hoping we find them soon, because they will have a lot of checks on them. Yes, hello Tifa. Please don't bully my mobs too hard. Oh, there's little shadows left. Please come out of the ground so my magnet can kill you, thank you. And now all we have left is Cloud, and then we get 4 lovely checks in the next room, and then it's battle for 1,000 Heartless, which, because we have Magnega, is just... You know what, it might be better just to watch it. Yes, Cloud, thank you for being helpful. Magnet, please, thank you. Like, I feel as if this battle for 1,000 Heartless, it's just better to see it than to explain it. Oh, Goofy's back. Parents' night must have went well. Hi, Potion. 4 lovely checks here. Really? Of all places? Literally the chest after where you would just bump a load of levels into it. Okay, so we're going to stare at the ground for a little bit. I swear this is actual tech. So we're going to look down, and then we're going to press Magnet. Not get hit. Press Magnet. Oh, that's fantastic, actually. I'm going to keep down on that one. So... this fight, it doesn't actually have 1,000 Heartless loaded at once. It just uses some clever tech where it's got like images of them all moving around the background and then loads a bunch of them close to you. But if we're staring at the ground, we're taking away a lot of the game's like stress of having to load them. So I think I'm against a wall here, so I'm going to move over a little bit. So these mobs are just getting instantly loaded because it's not having to deal with actually loading them. Where's the final one? And there we go. I'm actually really glad I came here, because that's a wild place for one of them to be so high. I'm glad the EXP farm... Oh, Blizzard, nice. The EXP farm went so well. Where do I want to go? There's a couple of chests here, actually. Actually, I have the Proof of Peace. I can go get, like, 4 lovely chests here. Hello, unit. You are tiny. Give me this chest. Bing, bang, bosh. Oh, that's really handy. So earlier on, we got the first tier of Reflect. Don't ask me where. I can't remember. But on the final boss fight, if you only have tier 1 of Reflect, it makes the fight just a lot trickier. Whereas as soon as you get Reflera, massively increases your DPS output because the barrier is like physically bigger, which means the damage goes further out from you, which means you can clip the bosses with it a lot easier. I'm hoping that we do come across Reflect Gut at some point, just so we can speed down the boss as fast as possible. But the fact and I'm going to give it back to Star here as soon as I'm not running for my life.
Actual, real, legitimate VV of the VV FF9 solo character challenge on stream 2 for like 1,600 hours on Friday. Mentioned. We are in here in final form, in limit form, making sure we press Ragnarok and take a impact just to farm some levels and get these fights over and done with quick. There's not like each of these fights, because each of them is unique, you get like your MP restored in between, so it's just very easy to one. You know what? Maybe I just shouldn't speak. Every time I speak, something goes wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, Mizzow wants it.
Right, I'm being passed it back here. So usually you would get the Proof of Peace by doing these 13 mushroom challenges. But okay, that was actually just useless. But when you find it, it unlocks them. You can go get those 2 free checks there. So we're going to leave this world, and I think it's time to go do some tidy up. Actually, I think it's time we go climb. So I'm going to take a wee second here and just make sure that everything's all looking lovely. And then we're going to begin our climb to the final boss, because we do actually need to reach there. As much as we can go find the free proofs, we do actually need to get to the final boss to begin with. So I'm going to go pay our good boy, Mr. Anime Fight himself, a visit. I'm so fast. I must have max glide at this point. Holy moly, we are speeding.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I just missed like 3 gig impacts. I just pressed triangle at the wrong time.
Gonna do a little bit of damage here, and then this. No, thank you. No, don't want anything to do with you. Stranger danger. Bye bye. Nope. Gonna try faster, wee man. Come on. Nope. Whoop. See ya. Alright, come on at me then. We're gonna cheat. Pause buffer it. Get limit form ready. And then don't mess this up. Roxas, where are you going? And done. Cheeky wee lad was trying to just go into the air and get away from my Ars Arcanum. How dare he? And, oh, no, you're not getting that cutscene, not unless you donate for it and not kill Goofy. You can get that later if you want, but, Toasty, how's the numbers on that poll doing? How much do people need to bring back if they want to see the Roxas cutscene? The voices in my head have gone quiet. Oh. Nicky, go away. Shoot. Right. So, given that we have final form that's decently leveled now. Hello, sorcerer. Please leave me alone. Nope, I said leave me alone. Thank you. We come to this fight usually if you have like horizontal slash. What we have, if you have berserk charge, there's some nice strats there. If you have final form and fire, there's some nice strats there. Where's the mobs? Okay, I should probably get reflect on my shortcut bar. Hard one here, and I want to make sure I don't get sniped by him. Where are you? Okay, never mind. He'll appear eventually, I swear. Nope, we're gone. So there's some nice berserk charge strats. There's some nice final form strats. There's some nice flare force strats. There's some. Okay, who vetted this seed? Well, actually, we know who vetted this seed, and we know that that feels like I'm being trolled now. That is... What a placement. That's almost as bad as the Wisdom Form one. Let's get Reflect on here. Let's get Thunder. Let's get Blizzard. Oh my, stacked for magic. What a day. Hello, Mr. Moogle. Please give me your infinite supply of ethers, and we're off. So, Zigbar goes one of 2 ways. Either you look like an absolute professional, or you look like an absolute scrub. So get your monies in on which one it's going to be.
Gotcha now. You clever little sneak.
Give me strength. Back off. Back off.
R for reload.
This is it. Take this. Take this.
Okay, kind of in the middle. Right after I did the menu and took fire off of my shortcut bar, and then was like, why am I shooting blizzards in the air? It's like, oh yeah, I just took that off. Did that menu just a tiny bit too early, but because fire is at the top of the magic table, it's very easy to just go find. So we're just going to get all of these chests on the way up, and then we have a couple of fights. These organization fights are prime for, like, you can look and do them very quick and stylish, but the moment you get kind of like off pace, they will just like ruin your day and the fights go like twice as long. So the next one we have Luxord, which is a card time battle looking thing, where we actually are solo against them, which means we'll only have access to like limit form. So I'm gonna very quickly do some shenaniganery here, get Berserk Charge off. Let's have a wee gander. We still want Wishing Lamp on, honestly. Oh, we got an armor slot. That's lovely jubbly. Okay, so I'm either gonna, again, classic case of you're either gonna look pretty stylish or you're gonna look like an absolute scrub. He opens this fight immediately by turning you into a dice. So we're gonna dodge back from him, otherwise he will just kill us. And then we are going to jump into him. Okay, I'm gonna try and get away from him to dodge that attack. Nope, he's getting hit me with it anyway. And now he's firing cards. Fine, keep him over here. And we're gonna just reset the tempo here. Okay, this is fine. We're going to grab this time card before we go for him, because it actually does reduce his time. I'll play a game, sure. Whoop, never mind. Didn't get that fast enough. Okay, so there's 2 time cards, 2 bomb cards, and him. So we're going to find the time ones first, and then get him.
Back off. Thunder.
Do you know the rules?
Now we're going to try and quick kill him.
It's over.
Right, so this is, now that he's blinking red up there, right, so as soon as he gets into low HP, the moment he gets a breather, he's going to put you into the DM state where he goes invulnerable, does a bunch of nonsense, and then puts you in this kind of final mini ATV game. But unfortunately, we managed to skip that there, which is great, because I didn't get that a single time in practice yesterday. I was just failing miserably at it. So we're very quickly linking up here. That's going to look a bit funny. So we're going to take high jump off and get Peter Pan ready. So Syax is a silly billy because he's a big ranging moon man. But what we're going to do is we're going to get this little Twinkie boy and his fairy out, who's going to stab him repeatedly with his little dagger. And that's just going to stun lock him while we do some air combos. So first we need to get him out of this berserk state. And then Peter Pan, if you would... Peter. So we're just going to do these little combos, and Peter is actually... He is doing some damage, just not very much. But more importantly, he's keeping Syax completely... Nope, stop that. Completely stun locked with me here.
I'm taking over. I have found the perfect piece. I'm 2 pieces deep. I came to PR because I had some good magic and it has some good chests in the second visit, and I killed Grim Reaper 2 really quickly. It is now time to lock in. These proofs could be in the world that never was. I would not be surprised about that. From our vetter, it is time to put everything on. I had some armor off because I sometimes wanted to like lower my HP intentionally, but I have a high potion here. Good thing I checked. I ran out of theirs. How many Mega Luxos do I have? Not many. So I can't put an extra one on. 50 ethers will more than do me. I'm going to make sure that I make a save. I'm going to make sure that I have every single ability that I need on. I'll take a reaction boost. Well, I have some reaction boost on some Keyblades. I think after this I'm going to go do Beast Castle 2 if I don't get the proofs on the climb. That'll be some efficient checks. Oh, save point, save point, save point, save point, save point. I mean, like, I think we're watching Goofy die. I really think that we're watching Goofy die. But let's have this save point just in case we want to watch the anime fight. You can still get your donations in to change that. If you if you really want to watch the Roxas fight and you've got a big dono, remember to like get some rewards in. There's some cool Logitech gear that you can get as well, and put towards Hypno Shark's incentive. I'm gonna lock in.
It's over. This is it. Take this. Back off.
Didn't get it.
Right, well, unfortunately didn't get the quick kill there. The moment Zemnis starts getting pushed back to the stairs, it just becomes a bit of a free game if he can break out or not. So what we're actually going to do is here, first we saw finish. You time this by kind of leaving it longer, but instead we're going to go for the faster animation and breakthrough. So now you get to see both. And then goodbye. There's Trinity? Really? Like after, oh, and Star wants it back.
Yo, close. I was ready to go into final form. I like messed up the timing of my reflect there. I was sorry, limit form. I was ready to just go into limit form just to give me that like invulnerability and that full heal. I wish I got the quick kill there, but Roxas can be volatile, so happy I locked that in. It's gonna be a bunch of chests here. And then we're doing a boss rush. I wonder if Bro's been here.
Thunder.
We need to have 2 proofs.
Thunder.
Probably has the Port Royal one. I know he loves Port Royal. But we would need to do like a very good XP farm. Oh, he wants it. I am doing some movement.
Hi, Mr. Toast.
Hello there.
It's come to my attention that I can't see the timer. How are we looking?
We are at 1:52, and it is kind of, I guess, getting down to the wire. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to start. So I imagine Star is somewhere similar, but I'm officially in cleanup phase, where it's now just kind of just shoot your dart at the wall, pick a world, and go for it. So I always like to come to the what we call the Rumbling Rose check, legendary early year Star and Miz lore, which is Star came here and got the final proof like an hour before I did, and then went to final world super early. And then I found this about an hour later and just caught up, but like what an actual brave play to do. So we're now just kind of shooting our darts at the wall, picking worlds, thinking of our check density, and just kind of going for it. I'm going to be a clever boy and put Magnet back on so that I don't suffer. But I'm going to fire it back to both of you.
I mean, from what I can see, this one is going to be very, very close. And if you've got any biases, do let us know in the chat who you're supporting for this. Is it going to be Mizzow that wins, or is it going to be Staratur? Well, I'm now going to pass back to.
Hello, Toast. Thank you very much. I hope that was a pass back to me directly, because I'm on one of the fights of all time. I've opted into not equipping Berserk Charge here. Let's see how that goes for me. We have a very good combo attack here called Horizontal Slash, which is especially good. Oh, I did equip Berserk Charge, I just lied. We use Duck Flare to get rid of our MP so that we can have infinite combos with no finishers. Oh, I have made a terrible mistake here. This is Zigbar's DM, which I am doing a horrible job of avoiding. I think if I just spin in circles here, I can avoid most of it. After this, I'm going to try and hit some air combos on him and like basically refresh those with fire. Oh, I'm being pinged that he wants to go, but I cannot speak.
Well, in that case, I'm going to throw in some information. So do not forget that when you donate, you can claim certain rewards. And we have some amazing rewards up for Logitech, including a Lightspeed headset, Yeti Studio microphones, also the G52X Plus mouse. And I'll also tell you a little secret. You can actually go to the Logitech store and use the code Speedrun for 10% off. But don't tell anybody that you heard that. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Toast. Yeah, make sure you get your rewards, your redeems, your targets, your pulls, all of that in your donations. Amazing to see what's going on. Thank you so much to Logitech. And say, may we perhaps have a very specific 3-word phrase that Logitech has told us to use, Toasty Stoat? I can help you out if you're looking for it. Use code SPEEDRUN is what we're looking for. You can go on Logitech's website and use code SPEEDRUN for, I believe, 10% off all of their products. And if I'm correct, I believe that even stacks with any of their other discounts. Thank you so much for Logitech. Get on Logitech. Use their equipment. It's great. I've been using, as an MMO player, I've been using Logitech G600s for a decade. My first mouse my first G600 that I got in 2014 finally gave out on me in like 2023. It was like an 8 or 9 year old mouse that got heavy use. Their products are amazing quality, and my MMO gaming could not be as good as it was without it. And my MMO gaming is multi-ranked 1 for gaming hard. Thanks to those guys. I'm doing a little bit of this Luxord fight, not gonna lie. Kinda bad at this. I probably should have put a drive recovery in so that I could go limit farm. I think he's here. I'm locked and never mind, I'm wicked. I'm not gonna do any DM skip things here. He's kinda just spamming cards, so I'm getting some good combos off. See if we can interrupt him. He is soon approaching his DM. He'll do... Yeah, I think he's gonna do it now. Yes, okay. This is gonna be easy because I have Glide and he is not good at jumping. See ya. And then I'm gonna need to play a little minigame. I'm wondering where I'm going after this. I have 2 proofs. I can get the checks on the proof of peace. I can get... I need to lock in. I can get the checks on the proof of peace. I can get the checks in Beast Castle. Oh, I chose. I can get the checks in Beast Castle, and I can get I got a Tom Page and Simulated Twilight Night. I can go to Winnie the Pooh and do that. I think that's the order in which I'm going to do it. I don't know that will do.
Right, so usually a skilled player would 2-round this fight, but this has just been going horrible. It just did not have enough physical damage or enough of a ground combo. Oh my god, Tron, will you not be on the floor? Thank you. And finally, ooh, okay, this is not usually a play, but I just thought go for it. I don't really know how useful that is to me now, but it does mean that I can keep everything leveled. I should go level. I should go to Twilight Town right now and level this and get plenty of checks on it. Where's Twilight Town? It's over here. You know. So we have this really useful room in the Twilight Town mansion where there's 3 gambler enemies. And if we have an ability called Drive Converter on, it converts all of the money they drop into Drive Orbs. And you probably see where this is going. Drive Orb collection is how you level Master Form. So hopefully I can get into the menu real quick here. I must have a Drive Converter Keyblade somewhere. I'll just use these while I'm in here. Right, get into Master. Hello! Hit this guy to try and get him to do his little game. Hello! Oh, and immediately another one. Thank you. Anybody else? Oh, I've just destroyed him. That was not my intention. Hello, sir. Can you give me minigame? Oh, thank you. Ding dong. Anybody else? Can I hit this one? No, you... Oh, no, I got away with that. Ding dong. And... that was basically nothing. But that is still 6 other checks, so... That's fine. Right, time to go just... Shotgun worlds, I guess.
Hey, Mizzow, can I ask you a question?
You absolutely can.
What is the win condition for this race?
So the win condition is actually, I'm going the wrong direction. So as we were explaining earlier, there's these 3 items in the game called proofs. In the traditional game, they're used as these kind of marks of mastery of individual elements of the game. You'll notice I've got a silver crown on my head. Goofy, get out of the way! I've got the silver crown on my head. Once we get the 3rd proof, we'll get a gold crown. So you have the proof of connection, the proof of peace, and the proof of non-existence. I currently hold the proof of peace and non-existence, so I'm looking for connection and getting all 3 of them. You'll notice that I was like at the boss store, the final boss store earlier on. That physically won't open until I have all 3 of them. So we physically can't go fight the final boss until we've found all 3. But given that we've got most of our drive forms leveled, all swords like basically max level at this point, I'm now at the stage of the game where it's just pick a world and just hope that it's there. I imagine, given that Stars made no indication that he's finished the game, that he's probably in a similar situation, because we're about what now, the 2-hour mark?
That's exactly right, yeah, 2:01.
Yeah, so basically at this point we're just pick a world at random, either if it's a boss you're good at or if you think it's a quick check, and just go for it.
And who are you going to have to kill a final boss to end this run?
Yeah, so traditionally we would actually have to go through the whole final boss sequence. But it sounds as if our time is actually going to be on Sephiroth, which will be funny, given that one of us might beat the final boss first, but it's not going to mean anything because Sephiroth is now going to be our final point. And I don't know about you, I've not fought Sephiroth in maybe a decade.
Well, thank you so much for the answers, but can't believe you said that about Staratur.
I'm allowed. He's my brother. I'm allowed to.
He loves me dearly.
Hello, Zolden.
I also wouldn't be able to believe Mizzow talking about the fact that I'm going to demolish him in this race. Doesn't stand a chance. That is not the plays of someone who would demolish someone in a race. Let's see if I can get 2 combos down, and then I want to get him down here. I'm gonna try and tempt him. Doing a terrible job of spacing this. I hate these stairs. Let's see if I can kill him in this last combo. Oh my god, he just slid down those. I dropped an input. You know what? Let's maybe use an elixir just to make sure that we're safe. I'm dropping my triangle inputs. I hope everything's okay. I think he's just gonna RP me. Yeah, it's just gonna RP me. A terrible end to this fight from me. What happened there? Now let's see if Mizzow has anything.
Oh, I'm having it passed back over. I wish I had better commentary for you. I'm just kind of just shooting worlds and hoping that I find it. Also, hello Timon and Pumbaa.
Yes, in case it's not obvious, these guys have no idea what each other are doing. They cannot hear each other. They cannot really see each other's screens. So we're having to pass back and forth between them with hand signals.
I'm having words with the man who vetted my seat and put Trinity Limit on the latest possible point of the run. Like this should literally be the last thing that you ever get, and one of the strongest abilities in the game is on it. I will check to see if the man who vetted my seat has been intentionally mean and horrible to me, and have placed a proof on Rumbling Rose as a callback to an old race that I lost in shame, in absolute shame, after getting the proof like 40 minutes early, because I got 3 proofs in an insane go mode seed because I thought it was on Rumbling Rose, and I just did not have the tools to do the final fights, and I just died for 40 minutes until Mizzow found the proof, and then it was like 20 levels higher than me and like actually had abilities that he could use. Please tell me I went the correct way. But yes, I did. That's even more shameful.
Oh, hello. Well, that's not fun.
I hear some excited noises. Hopefully he can speak.
My game crashed. Don't worry, this is fine. We'll get this started back up. In the when you're actually getting all of the mods together and things like that, there's this really useful little mod that's just every time you room transition, it just makes an autosave. So as long as there is a save file to load, I can just hold down the select button and it will put me like in the room before the boss fight there. So all we've done is we've just lost the time it took to do that boss fight, so that's fine. I'm gonna actually get this back to start while I catch up a little.
Toasty Stoat, I don't need the full explanation, but I want to make sure that we're okay. I just saw MrMizzow open Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on Steam.
Yeah,
Are
we're good.
we okay?
We're good. We just had a crash.
Okay, we have autosave.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Mizzow has just explained that.
Okay, lovely.
So-
Okay, right, so
We're all good.
we're not dead.
No, let's keep on going.
Okay, yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Hopefully everything's okay and he crashed in a place that he didn't lose too much. I'm doing Winnie the Pooh mini games with hopes of finding a proof. I forward. Where shall I go after this? Yeah, we need to find Pooh in this cave. We need to defend the gang from some bees that are in caves. Horn pages. That's very funny. So I guess we're going to the Starry Hill. That would be very funny if there's a proof at the end of Starry Hill. Ah, I found out why all of my friends were scared. Yeah, it's basically just now do whatever we have left in second visits to try and find a proof. We're on the hunt now. He must have two by now. He must be looking for the same one that I'm looking for. I'm missing people. There we go. All of my friends need to be together, otherwise Winnie won't answer us. And then it's final fights, Sephiroth, cutscene. I think we said a few minutes ago that we're on 2 hours, so hopefully we get good luck finding this proof.
We're at 2:08, and talking of crash, I can tell you that there is currently $134 raised and 1,000 for Hypnoshark to beat the Spyro 2 demo after he finishes Crash Team Racing, and he's going to have to beat that demo 100%.
Toasty? Toasty?
Yes.
We're in. Third proof is found. Final fights are unlocked. I'm now in the final gauntlet, and then it's kill final boss, kill Sephiroth, time. Don't react to tech. Don't react to that. Don't react. We are there. We just need to win some fights. The random part of the randomizer is now over.
Okay, so I have a confession to make. I've never... I couldn't tell you the last time I've actually ever went further in Pride Lands. So I was genuinely like, how does this world work? Okay, that's not a bad pickup. I'm not going to go do the final boss here. There's not a chance we'll be here actually for 15 minutes. So I think we're just going to dip out of here. Where's the save point? It's in here.
I hope Mizzou is talking because I'm blocking in.
Let's go over here. Oh, is it? Oh, lovely. Okay. So this boss is garbage. So we start up here, and hopefully we stay up here for the rest of the fight. So we need to grab on to this horn here. We're basically reacting to see if this lights up. Okay, so I'm gonna disable this just as a contingency later on. Oh, please don't do that. So I've just picked up explosion. Can you, sir, can you please oh my god. Give me this wind. We're gonna abuse Blade and everything here and try and land back on his back. style points. Right, I'm going to give it back to start.
You guys see a massive dragon in that cutscene. If you've played KH2, you might remember that fight. It is boring. It is obscenely boring to the point where they fixed it themselves and made it significantly faster, and even still it was boring. So we have removed it from the randomizer. That boss is dead. We are about to fight him again, but he's going to be health gated, and we're going to need to fly into some skyscrapers to break his shield. This is the second last fight. Third last, I guess, if you count Sephiroth. Yeah, you see his HP bar doesn't go down anymore, and then he's gonna throw some buildings at us. We're gonna need to ram one of these buildings into his big nobody shield, nobody icon shield. I'm gonna try and, oh, I have max drive, that's very good. I'm gonna try and stall in the air a little bit here so that these spawn, and then I like still get to glide full speed towards the boss without them aiming at me. And then it's this loop once. That's unfortunate timing. I play this loop once more, and then it's final boss, and I'm gonna be quiet. In fact, I'll maybe just give it over to MrMizzow.
I think it's being passed back to me. Welcome to Winnie the Pooh. We're currently guiding these 4 nuggets around a cave because it's very scary, and there's bees somehow. I'm not an expert in this field. I don't really know if you can have like massive populations of bees in caves. Please open the chest. There's a... Oh, that's funny that that's in here. There's a reaction command when you're near to all of the little characters that like halts them and then gets them moving again. There's also falling rocks. It's a very dangerous cave. Not only is it scary, it's very dangerous, and OSHA would have a field day in here. So quickly just gonna leave them in the middle here where the bees are, and that keeps them kind of locked down. But now I've kind of got all these chests. Hello, we're gonna take care of the bees and get a hold of them, and we're gonna go find Winnie or Pooh Bear or whatever. This is not my generation. Okay, come on, more bees. Hello. Come on our way. Move it, move it. Think. And okay. We are clear. That's as soon as this loads over, we're gonna get the gold crown, and then that's us. We're gunning straight for the final boss. I don't know if Star's gonna have that. Storm Raiders are just a very out of the way play. I am gonna just double check my keyblades real quick. Let's see, where's that beautiful one I had on earlier? Where is it? Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Oh, an armor slot. Lovely. Full of ethers. Yeah, that should be good. Oh. Right. So I'm just gonna lock in for a little bit here. Toasty, if you and Star kind of want to carry the show for a bit.
Okay, well, I'll hop back in and I'll give you an update on the poll that we have to see the final cutscene. So we've got Goofy Dies at $322 against the anime fight with $15.
I think we convincingly know which one is probably winning.
It seems that way, but hey, I've seen stranger things happen. Probably a good time as well for me to remind you that when you donate, you can put your donation to particular rewards, polls and targets. So at the moment we do have 2 rewards. If you want to influence some of the streaming that our runners do, you can claim the names for the files in both Psychonauts and, I believe, Ocarina of Time. Just check that they are still available. And indeed they are. So if you want to name those files, you can select that as an option when you put in your donation. I'm going to pass back to you, Mizzow. Happy?
Hello. So we're having to go through kind of all of these just fluff fight. So now I'm fighting a door. And there's some nobodies around just to annoy us. They're blocking us from attacking the door. Right, now I get to hit the door again. It's all very thrilling gameplay. Right, Star's going to take it back off me.
I forgot to equip Trinity Limit, so I will not be swag striking this guy. This is the final blow. This is normally where time would be called. And I like to do it by pressing fire and then pressing Trinity. Is it a time loss? Yes, but it looks cool. Dash at him through the sky, enveloped in flames. I'll do it similarly with Session, but this is this boss, and then that's not. I almost went into limit form instead of pressing Session. That's Kingdom Hearts 2. Timer's still running for me. I need to get through cutscenes. Because we cannot play those. That says the end.
Hearts are power. Nothingness is eternal.
Down to final form results. Insane early final form. Let's save. Let's make sure that we don't save over our cutscenes. And we're still speedrunning. So let's go fast.
Right, apparently it's been handed back to me. There's a man in a chair. He's sitting on his giant dragon, but we skipped that fight because it's just an auto-scroller, so the randomizer devs just took it out. So now we're just waiting on him throwing buildings at us so we can throw them back at him. Oh, here it is over here. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Don't be lasered. Yeah, so Riku just gets on a skyscraper and we somehow have the strength to just launch it, and then it's just peak anime, okay? I can't explain it. Welcome to 2005. Unfortunately, I don't have the magic lock-on ability. I didn't see it on a Keyblade and I haven't picked it up anywhere else. We could do some kind of nice swag strategies to get... and done. So now I'm on the final fight. You track your HP and MP come with you into the final encounter, so hopefully I have enough MP here to fully maximize the early damage.
Anger and hate are supreme.
Don't worry about his face. Right, come on, Zemnis, down you come. Stop being a nugget. Zemnis, get down here. What are you doing?
Boys, it's time.
Show me.
In a normal run, you would do some tech there using Riku's limit to skip this part, but like I say, we gentlemen's to completely go with it. Toasty, I need you to be an mediator real quick. So now that final fight is done, can you double check with my co-runner here if that means we're just going straight to Sephiroth?
Staratur mentioned that already. You are.
We are going straight there. Lovely.
Give into the dark.
Yeah, this is it. Let's go. Give me strength.
All shall be one with me. Give into the dark.
Take this.
Perish now.
I actually, it's like a 90-second cutscene. We've all swag on it though.
Give me strength.
Angel. That's enough.
like skip a bunch of cutscenes.
Give into the dark. Give into the dark.
Take this.
Time has come. Let us.
Quickly get the game save. Eventually. Come on, battle report, let's go.
Accept the darkness.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. Did Star just die to a final fight or something? Don't tell me, but like, I felt whatever he did there.
That's enough.
Take this. This is it. Yeah. Take this. This is it. Yeah. Back off. Yeah.
Give into the dark.
Yeah. Take this.
Give into the dark. Descend. Heartless angel. That's enough. Perish now. That's enough.
This is it.
All shall be one.
Yeah.
Give into the
Take
dark.
this. Yeah. It's over. Yeah.
Perish now.
Time.
There's lots of clapping. Oh, I got distracted. It's over. It's over. Oh, I got distracted. I was right there.
That could
Okay, I can
not
hear him
have
shouting. Is he
been
okay?
closer.
Oh wait, I can look.
Really could not have
Oh
been
my god, you're there.
I died on. I'm being very light. Okay, just take your headset off.
You didn't see it, but he died just as you were about to reach the fight.
Who got here first?
So
I must have got here first. There's
Yes,
no way.
yeah.
you started.
I'm
you,
like trolling now.
Hold on, I
you
can-
both started
like-
the fight
like
around the
doing
same
this.
time, but for Star, it was his second go.
The moment, Mizzow, when you said, "Oh, I'm hearing a lot of noise,"
That's enough.
did Star just die to the final boss?
Was he here?
Yeah, I was here on 2 bars of HP getting slammed by meteors because I forgot to rebind my customized and I ran out of mega elixirs, and so I'm using regular elixirs. I think if I menued my customized to show regular elixirs, then we were in. So it was just like a little touch late.
All shall be one with me. Give into
I have time soon.
the dark.
Assuming I don't die again. I have not practiced this fight without Reflega, which can make those orbs a bit more difficult because the size of the reflect does not cover the actual
That's enough.
Yeah. It's over.
like area that the orbs surround you in. Do you have Reflega?
I do not. No, I have a Flera. One was in the Gullwing's chest.
Yes, I did. I got that. I must have got that way before you because I did very early.
I think you should focus.
It's over.
Yes.
That's enough.
Back off.
Know your
Hello, get hit by that, please.
Yeah. This is it.
give into the dark.
This is it. Yeah. Back off.
I have this.
Do you have elixirs?
Yes.
Like, use your invulnerability. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing.
One with me. Give into the dark.
you have 4 elixirs.
It's over. Back off. Let's go. Back off.
That counts.
Bosh. Time. 2:26:20. Oh, down to Seth. Down to the incentive.
According to Toasty, you were here before me. I don't know how long though.
On like 2
Wait,
bars.
when did you Storm Raider?
Oh, Toasty asked me to yap about something, and I turned my brain off and held W.
Did you just leave throne room?
Like, legitimately, like, I probably wouldn't have been here for like another half an hour if it wasn't for the fact that Toasty asked me to yap. Because I went,
Are we getting bias from the hosting desk?
he asked in the runner or outreach, like, could I bias? And I told him me. And he has. He asked me to yap in throne room, and I just like, oh, there's a save point there. Well, I haven't finished the world. I'll leave the world when I get kicked out. Then I went and did the worst Storm Rider any human being's ever done. Got a torn page, had Limit from Land of Dragons, went simulated Twilight Town. Had 2 proofs, pushed the world that never was, and then realised that I'd forgotten about the torn page. Pushed the world that never was, went Rumbling Rose, in case I was getting like hate crimed by your seed vetter.
Our seed vetter did work.
Dude,
Bro, Wisdom after Final Fantasy, Trinity on Xemnas, and there was just like several magic placements which were like right after where you would like them. You get, there was, I imagine you've been to PR. So you get the...
well, I've ended the game, so I've been to PR.
Oh, right, of course, I forgot where Peace was. The blizzards right before the timed fight.
I said when I got there, oh, I can just open these chests during the fight, so it doesn't matter if I get them now. Let me go walk into the fight. And then I got them, and I was like, okay, so I could have got 2 things out of like 300 checks, and it's a blizzard and an XP boost, and nothing else would have mattered, then there was a blizzard.
Not fair. My game crashed.
I heard. Oh, that would have been
saw.
spicy.
You saw, in fact.
I saw.
Didn't you say you got the notification?
Oh yeah, I saw you. I saw MrMizzow playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 remake.
Right. So just for future reference, if all you do on Scar is spam Thunder on him, the final hit crashes.
Who fights Scar?
I'm just shotgunning models. I'm gonna be honest with you. I admitted this as well.
You know
to
what?
People at home. I got lost in PL2.
You know what? This is a great conversation to have. Why don't we have it up at the host desk after we watch the Goofy Chucking Dies cutscene?
Oh, of course,
Star,
yes.
if I may, I've noticed 2 very specific things. First of all, I imagine that the audio is now on you because of the crash. Secondly,
You don't have a save.
Cat, don't call me out. I was gonna do this whole bit where I was like, hey, graciously, I did this bit. Would you like to go do that bit?
Shut up.
I saved over the save file.
I did not, because I'm cool like that.
Did you soft reset after Final Xemnas?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know the buttons.
We taught them at the start.
Right. Why don't we have a quick intermission set up? I'm going to go kill Demix, and then we're going to watch Goofy Chucking Die because we've been watching Donald die the entire run.
Star,
As he does. Hello.
may I have the fight?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Get away from me.
He's a sore loser.
Consolation prize.
I will, however.
Where are you going?
It will make sense.
Light.
I was in combat, so I couldn't press a drive recovery, and I want to go final form preemptively. Oh, I have magic wrists. What Keyblade do I have on? Fatal Crest, get that off of me. I'll take Gullwing, finishing plus, and do I have Fire customized? I do not. God, I was horrible to myself earlier when I made this save. Thank God I checked.
I suspect that watching this run back is going to be a nightmare because we've probably said the exact same thing throughout this entire run.
Oh, yeah, it's been an absolute yap shit.
Oh yeah, good luck.
Really. What? Bro,
Good luck.
I'm pressing square. I've got 3 finishing pluses. Then I'm going to revert and I'm going to go final form again just to refresh.
Is this just objective bullying? Because this is now the 3rd time this guy's got beat up.
5th. I assume you did Olympus Coliseum.
Oh, we don't beat him up.
we beat some clones up.
Right.
Right.
Sir Toast, you can close the poll. The people have spoken.
People have spoken. $322 to $15. Let's do it.
Oh dear. Underestimate.
He's very dramatic about the whole thing. Oh yeah, underestimate. You want to go fake terror?
No, come on. I just died to Seth like 4 times. Cutscene.
Yeah, we gotta go help our friends out first.
Oh, sorry. Then let's go. Aha! There you are. You sure have lots of friends to help. So, I guess we better all pull together and finish this battle for good.
Yes, Your Majesty. Look out!
Goofy! No.
Hey, you're the king's captain. You gotta get up.
Come on, wake up!
I'm sorry about the ice cream.
Goofy?
Goofy.
This is not happening. It can't be happening. It can't. They'll pay for this.
They'll pay for this.
You donated for this. This is your fault.
Yeah, overwhelmingly so, by the way.
Holy
Like,
moly!
I think that's the
Nobody cares about
I think
Rock.
that's the worst the poll's ever been.
That might be. Holy moly!
Oh yeah, Jesus, Toasty, can I get a gorge?
Gosh.
I think we're
Right.
good to go.
Any final notes, team? Thanks ESA for letting us come on. I think this is now just becoming a bit where we do a race every event now. It's getting a little concerning.
But I need to learn more speed games.
You need to learn more.
I need to learn this one. Apparently I suck.
I can't wait to watch this back to see the decision making you made. But thanks ESA. Thanks to everybody at home. Thanks for killing Goofy. Might be the most heinous thing said on stream all week. Thank you very much. We are going to hand it over to the hostess for the lovely Robo and Toasty. So, take it away.
Robo, can you turn the lights on, please?
He's not going to light